I'm good. I'm ready.
What's up, everybody? And thank you for joining us on this episode of On the Delivery, the Big 5-0, episode 50. And Luke is nowhere to be found.
In true live fashion, Low Tech Tommy over here. I was going to start video and it says you cannot start your video because the host has stopped it. Was that because it's on share screen?
What?
I have no idea. It says you have not started. She's a visual. I mean, what a fucking. Oh, wait a minute. Okay. I mean, now I see it. She's a virtual background.
Oh shit!
The host asked you to start my video.
Oh, dude, coming in late.
Just like I've gotten a fucking almost warning letter for fucking tardiness in true fashion of the 50th fucking episode. Why the fuck not?
Listen, guys, this is episode fucking 50, and you guys know him right here, my co-host down in West by God, Virginia.
Fuck.
Luke, besides the technical difficulties, how are you, buddy?
Dude, it almost feels surreal that we're at 50, and it just, you know, from where we started to where we are now. I mean, God, I know we're going to get into everything, but you talk about you just talk about a whirlwind of all kinds of shit, and just I mean, I'm glad we've made it this far, and I look forward to the future.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, man, the week was good. Here's the episode 50, man. Cheers. And thank you to everybody that's joined.
Yes. Cheers. And we got a lot of thanking to do. So let's get it right off the bat here. Okay. So, guys, first of all, huge thank you to everybody behind the scenes that's been helping here. Nate, who's been running the audio mixing, all that great stuff, the mastering of the episodes. Also, huge shout out to Joe and Amy Rogan, who's been helping behind the scenes with graphics, merch, everything really behind the scenes here. Everything that you guys don't see, these guys are handling it back there. So huge shout out to them. Also, huge shout out to the Patreon supporters, because you guys help us get this shit going every week, and can't thank you guys enough for that.
And I'll go ahead and just say as well, you know, to the family members too of you know, the wives. You got the boys as well. I'd give a shout. You know, it may not get mentioned enough, but obviously I know that background, right? Danielle made that. She got that made for you, correct? Was that?
What's that
from her? The anyways, Dave.
Yeah. She set that up one day, and I was like, it's cool.
No, I'm just saying, you know, she and Ashley, they the Cardboard Queens are supporters, so give
Absolutely.
them a shout out as well. And you know, it's been, like I said, dude, it's fucking surreal that we're at this point at 50, yeah, and almost into it for a year. I mean, what the fucking. Time does move, man.
I know.
Time does fucking move.
So, hey, real quick, I just want to shout them out to the Patreon supporters before we get going here. All right, guys? Huge shout out, first of all, Tony Cook, not only for Patreon, but also for the 50th episode gift that you and your wife has gifted Luke and I. Thank you guys so much for that.
Yes, thank you. Thank you so much.
Trish, awesome. I believe is her name, Trish Cook. Tony and Trish Cook. Thank you guys so much for the 50th episode gift. Also, going down the list here. That's right. Also going down the list here, Patreon supporters: Andrew, Fernando, Nate, Clement, Jerica, Sam, Samuel, and Ryan. Thank you guys so much for your continued support and dedication to this podcast. It means the world to us. And also,
absolutely does. Thank you guys.
last but not least, thank you guys to the followers, everybody that's here tonight, watching right now, hanging out with us. Thank you guys for being here and supporting us and giving us your ears weekly, because 50 episodes, we're not here just because it's just me and Luke doing it. We're here because you guys listen, and we know you guys listen, and you guys are enjoying it, and we hear the feedback.
And that's what this is going to be. This is going to be about, is that you know, to especially to all the past guests, which we'll get into that. And you know, it is a just the milestone, but a special, like the things we've heard, and you know, the people we've met and the stories we've heard. God, I mean, we're, like I said, the list is long, and I don't want to start, you know, once we got a ways to go. But damn, I mean, that's been the best part. And you know, something that wasn't she wasn't really a guest, but because of the OG guest with Miss Terrific, I want to give a shout out real quick, because you know, we got to hear the story, because it was her birthday recently. It was Kathy Fader's daughter, Christy. Christy turned 13. And you know, we got to, you know, follow along for that, and you know, just and meeting everybody, and God, it's been a fucking fun ride, man. It's been awesome.
Absolutely, so many things too. So like, one thing I wanted to just start with too is give you guys a little background history. I think we mentioned it once or twice on the podcast, but you know, just to go back and tell you guys why we started this. And it was kind of crazy, because it started with Bobby and I, and Bobby and I then kind of spread out, and Bobby was like, I got this guy down in West Virginia, and he seems cool, so let's get in contact with him. And that happened to be Luke. And so, you know, we got in contact with Luke. Also, Brad Mosier as well, UBM 30 on Instagram as well. And so we were like, all right, us four, yeah, we could do this. Brad's funny, he's making memes. Luke's got this West Virginian accent and deep baritone voice, and it's just a funny motherfucker in his stories that he is. And you know, then you got Bobby, who's the comedian, and then I'm your average Joe. I think I'm the actual bog.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure none of the four of us could play guitar or drums or piano or what all fucking instruments you can play. So I mean, I wouldn't call you a bog, but the bog, what a God, you know, shout out to Robert Cochran going out of, I mean, that's the thing, you know, catchphrases: bog, cradle baby, pig fucker. I mean, just,
oh yeah,
God.
we're gonna get into it for sure. But yeah, so just a little history. So, you know, it started with us four, and then it slowly dwindled down to just Luke and I. And Luke and I has been doing the last 26 episodes.
This would be, I think, the 24th.
24th
Yes.
24 episodes.
I want to say, yeah. 24th.
Yeah. So, you know, basically what happened was Brad ended up doing 3 episodes with us, and then you know, he realized that just wasn't for him, and we understand that. You know, everybody's got their own lives outside of what we do for a living.
Sorry, keep going. Sorry.
Yes, no. Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, you know, it seems like when you listen and stuff, or like when you listen to podcasts in general or see things, it seems simple enough, just to, like, you know, like people that have done them or have tried them. There's a lot of people that have gotten into it, like they understand it. Like it is a commitment, and it is time consuming. So yeah, it's not like, you know, it's something that you can't really, especially in the job that we all work, it's something that's hard, you know, it's a commitment. So man, you know, things come up and things, but like, I just wanted to make sure I add that, because it's been fun, and it's been great. And I don't regret a single thing about it, but yeah, it definitely, I'll say you would agree, you know,
Absolutely.
it takes time.
It does. And what was I gonna say? So yeah, so then it kind of dwindled from there. So and then Bobby ended up doing his own thing, went his own way with that on the 24th episode, I believe it was, or 26th episode. So
26, yeah, Robert Chandler, that was it.
Yeah. So and then, you know, he decided to go his own way, and So now it's just Luke and I, and we're here, and we're still just chugging along. And here we are at 50 episodes, guys, and we are excited because, like I said, we wouldn't be here without you guys. So thank you again.
Yeah, man. And for all the listeners, I mean, anybody that I don't even want to even categorize it. You know, the guests to long-time listeners, to new listeners, to everybody, man. It's just, yeah, thank you. And thank you for letting us run.
Yeah, totally. And yeah, so that was like a little history of it. So we just started it back in the pandemic, you know, because we knew people were going to be home, people needed something. And that's where the idea came from, to start the podcast. And there isn't a podcast like this one out there. You know, there's not really, this is a really small niche, I
think. Yeah.
Oh shit. So, so yeah, so, you know, it's a small niche. So, you know, we wanted to give the delivery drivers something that they can relate to. And what better way to do it than a podcast, you know, and where people can literally listen while they're out delivering. You know, you can listen on your car ride to work. You can listen when you're in the gym. You know, so it's like, this was something that we decided to do, and here we are 50 episodes later now and still doing it.
And I mean, because that video you made earlier, you know, to start it during a pandemic, it's like,
I didn't make that. That was out to Joe and Amy.
Oh, well, shit. I should have. Joe and Amy Rogan, thank you very much. Shout out. I mean, the thank yous for them. Fuck. I mean, that might take 2 hours in itself.
Oh, yeah.
But,
let's give a round of applause for Rogan.
But Nate, you'll have to tell me, because one thing about us being live with Ashley watching it upstairs, she said to move back because I'm so used to just recording close with my face up because of the mic. And so I'm like,
so hold on. So real quick, that reminds me. So Jenny in the chat here is saying she's loving the view of your chin and your neck.
Well, then I can hold this thing.
Just about to go into that.
I can hold this thing like a weatherman, and you know, just sit here. Be like, hi, we're reporting live from the basement of West by God, Virginia. The mountains are still mountains. And I don't know. Fuck. Yeah. Thank you.
I got you. So real quick, Joe. So just speaking of the chat, Chuck's at Circuit Feeder, Slammer, they're saying congratulations on 50 episodes. Thank you guys so much.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you guys so much for that, everybody. Tad says, I'm surprised the internet even works in West by God, Virginia.
Sometimes it doesn't. But yeah, I won't lie that I don't live far away from areas that is like, you would think you're in the middle of nowhere, but you're not far from town. West Virginia is it's I don't know. It's hard to describe. You just got to come check it out.
Oh. It's awesome.
You might not make it out of there, or you might not want to leave. I mean, that's what I mean. I'm just kidding. Most people have a good time here.
Of course. And Sam Voy also says, congrats, guys. Thank you, Sam. So
yeah, thank you, Sam. Appreciate that.
Absolutely. Oh man. So we're gonna go through a lot of the guest episodes that we had, probably all of them, almost, just about.
Yeah.
And just share a memory that we have about that episode, because we pretty much remember them all. So it'll be fun. So we're gonna have some laughs and just some memories to go back on. And I mean, I was so embarrassed because Luke recently just this evening shared the thing about the whippets, and
oh my God, dude.
Luke says, God, you were really homeschooled. You were homeschooled, weren't you?
And like, God, that just, yeah. Well, I mean, shout out to
Barry.
Oh,
Barry, your mother-in-law.
well, okay. Shout! I want to give my whole family. Apparently, they're all watching this. Shout out to Uncle Ron, Aunt Sally, my mother-in-law Mary, my sister-in-law Lindsay, and of course my wife.
Watching?
Fuck no.
Okay.
Fuck no. She ain't watching this
That
live. I
answer
hope
right
not.
there.
I hope not.
That
Shout
answer right
out.
there.
Shout out to Aunt Betsy. If you are watching this, I hope like hell you would not subject my grandmother to my fuckery. But you know, I mean, at this point, I was just thinking like I just like there's so much shit when I think because I was listening back, and I know you were this week too because we were going to shout out. You know, we were listening to a lot of old episodes, and I was thinking, fuck me, man, I've said some fucking shit on here, and like I was thinking like. I mean, assholes dragging on the pavement. I mean, that we'll get into that when that episode comes up. But yeah, I was like, my God, and there it is. My mother-in-law's watching this.
Oh, that's great.
They're not. They're laughing. They're not offended. I can promise you that.
Oh my goodness. So yeah, so let me give you guys a quick rundown. So what we're gonna do tonight, okay? So so later on, towards the end of the show, we're gonna be giving away a T-shirt or two. All right, and if you answered the question correctly, that was on our Instagram story. You're in the drawing for to win a T-shirt. If you haven't seen it yet, go to our Instagram at AITD and click the stories, and you'll see the question there. And try to guess it right if you remember what episode it was from. So we're giving away a T-shirt towards the end of the night. I'm going to be checking that out and updating to see who answered correctly. And if you did answer correctly, your name is now in the drawing. So be on the lookout for that towards the end of the show. We're going to be giving away a T-shirt. And now, before that, we're going to be just fucking going right through all the episodes that we had, basically. Any of the guests, everybody we've met along the way. And let's have some fun, dude, because we got quite the laundry list of memories right now.
Do you mind if I start this off?
You can start it off, buddy.
Because I just want to say, sweet Misty, Mr. Terrific. She was the OG, the original guest, and
episode 3.
And I mean, they're to Misty has an amazing story, and she has 2 awesome daughters. Her husband, great fucking all around person. But when we say, what sticks out, what a fucking word to use, what a phrase to use. She had a helper that told her that he fucked pigs, and he, in the same sentence, because I asked her this, I didn't even have to re-listen to this because I was so mind fucking blown when I heard it. That I remember saying when she said he squealed, I said, so how long of a time from when he told you he fucked pigs that he squealed? She said same sentence. I was like, wow, like this is and like, I mean, Misty's fearless one. She doesn't give it. Like, she was just curious. Most people, no matter how fucking weird that is, you're like, dude, what the fuck? Like, it still makes you. Then she showed us a picture of him, and he looked like a guy that would fuck pigs. He really fucking did.
It's terrible to say, but yeah, it's true.
Yeah, and I mean, I don't think he lasted. I think he was. He didn't. I think he quit on her. Didn't he? If I remember right.
I don't remember that part, but like, I'm just curious. Like, I think she said too, it was like straight pig squeal. Like,
yeah, it was
like, can you imagine a motherfucker just sitting there next to you in the jump seat? Like, you're going to town. Like, what?
Well, I mean, when we saw the picture of him, like, I know why she wasn't scared. She would probably be able to check that fucking guy. I mean, no doubt. He was a bigger guy, but he looked like he was on his heels, like the Michelin tire man deflated a little bit, man. Yeah, Misty probably would have rocked his ass. But yeah, I don't like the questions. It would have not. I mean, I don't want to say it would have not made the day dull, but it would made the day disturbing.
Yeah. Yeah. Just a little bit. Yeah.
And we had her on episode 8 as well. And I guess, when we mentioned with one other story with Misty, like we said with her introducing us to the story of Christy battling and defeating cancer. That was her. So
yeah.
She was not much else. She was the OG guest. What else to say? Miss Terrific, Misty Wellborn.
She was the OG guest.
She was.
And like what was so funny though was like all the guests we had after her, they were like, dude, I don't know if I can live up to Misty. They were just like, that was a hardcore episode, and everything of the stories she's had, the stories that she had, all that stuff, dude. So that was awesome.
What a way to fucking kick it off. She was like a 25-year driver. Tatted up, badass. You know what I mean? Gets up, fucking works out, then preloads. Or not, no, she doesn't preload, she unloads trucks.
Beast. Absolute beast.
Yeah. I'm not getting up at fucking 4 a.m. or however, I don't know what time she gets up, but yeah.
I know. Crazy. So next we have episode 4. Okay, episode 4 was "Que pasa, bro?" All right, and so Courtney Muse. All right, just something to take away from his episode was the vast jobs that he had, and also, of course, everybody knows about the Feeling Cute challenge.
Oh yeah,
that he had in the field of blue bonnets. So, go ahead.
He was the blue bonnet man with the Feeling Cute plan. He and Courtney outside of Bobby was the first person I found. I think probably for a lot of people, Bobby was the first person that most people discovered. And Courtney kind of like right when I wasn't on Instagram long, probably maybe like 3 months or 2 months, and that happened with the Feeling Cute thing. And I got to talking to him, but Courtney is he's probably. He's one of the earliest people I've interacted with and talked to. So I've known him pretty much from my very beginning of getting on IG. And he, dude is a man of many, many talents. He's a fucking hell of a chef. He's a mechanic. He's worked on, the guy, his resume, he quoted in it, it's how you look at it. I think it's impressive. Some people might look at it like he couldn't hold a job, but fuck, man. He, cooking on the fucking ship, being out on sea for 3 weeks at a time, coming in, doing all kinds of, he's a man of many talents. And, I don't know what else really more to go than that. He just is he's a stand-up dude. He's a good guy. Still keep in touch with him. Mm-hmm. And he's been somebody I've talked to, like I said, basically from the beginning. And he was a hell of a fucking, I said, because I re-listened to his episode and, we even said like no pressure because of Misty, but he was a hell of a second, starting off with a bang. He was awesome.
No doubt.
Shout out Courtney.
No doubt.
Que pasa, bros. God, that was Jesus. That was terrible. Sorry. I won't do that again. God damn.
So go ahead, Luke. You can mention episode 5.
Episode 5, we had Mr. Pissed Off Yorker.
Ooh.
And I laughed because one thing I thought of was he testing for COVID because Giovanni was everybody knows him as Gio, but Giovanni Gio, Pissed Off Yorker, whatever you want to call him. He had it was episode 5, so it was right in the thick of lockdown pandemic, and he said fart in a cup. Red Solo, it has to be a Solo cup.
Hold on a second. He said, you know how you know if you have COVID or not? he said if you fart in a Red Solo cup, then you smell it. And he goes, it smells bad.
Dude, I had he said, what was funny was that was right in the part of the pandemic when there would be people that would probably try that because they'd be like, man, so if it smells acidic, if it it's got an acidic, if it burns my nostrils, this motherfucker might have COVID.
Right.
So if you were ripping some stinky fucking farts, man, you might have been COVID-19 positive. But another, this is a funny that just to go another quick one with Gio. We one time, this wasn't podcast related, but just to say with accents, because him and I both have accents where we're from, you know what I mean? People are gonna, but he says one time on a thing of like talking, you know, or I forget what it was, like he didn't think he had an accent. I was like, yeah, well, I was like, that's what's awesome about Instagram. I was like, listen to us. I was like, I don't think I have one either, but we're just talking to each other. I was like, the conversation would be just hysterical because he's got the New York twang and I got the West by God twang. I have to say New York twang's fucking even doesn't even sound right. But yeah, it's we had to laugh about that one too.
Awesome guest. Awesome.
Oh
guest.
yeah, good dude. Good dude.
Yep. So episode 6, we had David Berrios. And David Berrios' episode was a big one for the podcast because it unlocked a special feature of Luke's that we never knew he had. It was like a video game. We unlocked it, and now we have it in our arsenal, and we can continue to use it.
And I want to say, I just want to say though, for David Berrios, because that was a topic we had, as he had like movie quotes or something like that. And that's how that got fucking brought up. But I want to say something about David Berrios. So that dude, one, he was a big Kobe fan. So we had that in common. But one thing that I fucking love about that guy is he plays games. He bets on sports, and he always posts this shit before the game starts. And I've always said it's fucking, not a lot of people do that, and he's got balls, but David's awesome. But yes, that was where I wanted to make sure to get that. But yes, that's where that's where the cat got let out of the bag, that I know an obscene amount of actor and actresses' birthdays or birth years.
That's right. So listen, I just messaged everybody in the chat, and we got some actors and actresses' names coming on, and you're about to get put on blast right now,
dude,
buddy.
And you know, I don't have the chat up because I'm low tech Tommy. I'm totally relying on Dave.
I said that in the chat because
Totally relying on that mother. I mean, Dave, I'm like, if you've seen that meme with that old woman in the fucking walker and that other younger lady like looking down, that's being technology wise.
So Tad Meadows on here says, "That's a large beer you have there, Luke." And I replied, "Low tech Tommy probably isn't seeing that chat, Tad."
Thank you, David. Yes, it's a 12. It's a 24 ouncer.
So listen, we got some names rolling through. That's so funny you said low tech Tommy too. Oh my god. Whew. All right, so listen, here we go, because I got people, they're just rolling them in right now on me. Okay.
Oh fuck. All right.
Man. All right. So I'm gonna start looking them up right now. So this one, okay, first one we have is from Chuck at Circuit Feeder. It says Will Ferrell.
Will Ferrell, 1967.
Will Ferrell was born in 1967. Woo-hoo-hoo. All right. Next one is from Crowdkiller 50H. Says Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise was born in 1962.
Tom Cruise, born 1962. Woo-hoo-hoo. This one is from Dusty072931. Says my dad's favorite comedian, Robin Williams.
Oh, rest in peace. And his fucking 70th birthday was just happening. So that would make him born in 1951.
Oh my God, you're right. He was born July 21st, 1951.
Yeah, God, what a fucking, yeah. R.I.P. Robin
Killing
Williams.
it right now, my friend.
This
one's from Sam Voight, one of my favorite actors of all time here, Adam Sandler.
You're really about to be mind blown with this one. September 9th, 1966. Fuck.
Guys, September 9th, 1966. Oh my God. Another one. Hold on, guys. All right, you guys can stop sending them in now. Okay. We got a lot. Calm down over there in the chat. For those that aren't able to listen, real quick, for those that aren't able to make the live, they're going to be listening to this episode 50 on their podcast. So if you want to know, we're doing this right now live, interacting with everybody here. Another one from Dusty here. Oh, this is a good one. Ready for this one? Chris Farley.
Chris Farley, 1964.
Chris Farley was born February 15th, 1964. All right. Here's one from Tad Meadows. Another good actor here. George Clooney.
George Clooney, 1961.
George Clooney was born May 6th, 1961. Fucking killing it right now. I'm like, God.
Not really. I really can't
another we got a couple more. Another one from Dustin here.
All right.
How about Bill Murray?
Bill Murray, 1950.
Bill Murray was born September 21st, 1950. All right. Oh, all right, ready? Here's the first female we had. How about Pamela Anderson?
Pamela Anderson, 1967.
July 1st, 1967.
Fuck.
Oh my.
Is this 2021 or 2006? God damn.
Last but not least. Oh, I don't know. This one may stump you. I almost want to stop, but I don't know. You ready?
Yeah, let's hear it.
How about Doris Day? Doris Day.
Oh, you got to be. What's you playing? I gotta think.
Doris Day was an American actress, singer, and an animal welfare activist. She began her career as a big band singer in 1939. Recording.
I don't know that one. I don't know that one.
Day's film career began during the golden age of Hollywood with the film Romance on the High Seas in 1948.
Yeah, that one outdated me. Listen, you got me there.
You won't count that one because you just killed them all, my friend. Fucking A, dude.
God, I wish I did. I do. I was like, damn it. And I can really authorize it or make it real more authentic because I'm fucking so low tech.
Yo, Chuck Zuckerberg says, fucking Luke becomes stronger with each drink.
That's probably true. I did a case race and finished it in 48 minutes and totaled the car, so it's probably true.
Dude, fucking David Barrios, dude, that episode really unlocked like something special for this podcast. That was
didn't it?
That was absolutely fucking incredible. So next up was episode 7 with Mr. Robert Cochran.
Oh, I mean, can we do we just tell the story of? I mean, and to sum it up, to say Bog.
You
and he does a pretty good Trump impression too.
Oh yeah, he did. He nailed that. He nailed the Trump impression towards the end of his episode there. But
he
the Bog was born.
You
want me to tell it?
Yeah, go ahead, dude.
So what happened was, Robert Cochran is a very, very talented artist.
Very good.
Okay, very talented artist. He made those He made those cartoon-looking characters of myself and Luke that you may have seen on the Instagram or on the social.
Yeah, profile cartoon is all Robert Cochran.
Right.
For both of us, if yours is still up there and not on currently, anyways.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So he made those, and then he was saying on his episode. Again, this was episode 7. He was saying on episode 7 with him that that he was like, I want to make a drawing for you guys, and he says, Dave's got the hair, he's got the hairline, Luke's got the bald head and the beard, and then he said Bobby, and he said Bobby's just basic. And I don't
So
know,
just
like, I don't know what I can over exaggerate on my drawing with him. Like, you know, mine could be the hair, Luke's could be his beard, his goatee, you know, his mustache. It could be his bald head. And, you know, he likes over exaggerating on certain features on people. But he was like, Bobby's like Bobby's just too basic. So basically what he was saying was Bobby is like the fucking perfect looking like human. Like there was nothing he could exaggerate.
he didn't have
Everything was
the
proportioned.
beard then either. I think if he had the beard at that point, he could have done something. But it was funny because he was mentioning Fitzy prior, because he was saying Fitzy's obviously got the fucking most epic mustache in the fucking delivery game.
Oh, fucking
and so he saw, you know, he's very easy to draw as a cartoon. Then he was like, yeah, Bobby, you're just a white guy. And it was fucking
So basically the basic average white guy was born. The bog was born.
So then we started, you know, having thinking of the bog moments we've had. Like, I mean, Dave's first CD ever bought was Hanson. What's a real bog moment for me? Oh God, I mean,
your first concert.
Yeah, my first concert. Are we answering that yet?
No, not yet. Well,
yeah. Oh yeah, it's real.
But if you answered it right, you know you got it right.
It's real basic and average. It's bog. It is bog. That might be the fucking her. Oh, well.
We have to bring that back. You just have to bring the bog back. It's just so good.
That was Robert Cochran. That was it. I mean, he recently did a video too. He did one where he was playing Jesus, and I'll just see if anybody knows his IG. Just check that out, because that was I laughed at that one too.
That's right. What such a good episode. Episode 8 was actually Misty Part 2, because we had a guest scheduled and the guest backed out.
Well, we had a scheduling he had to reschedule it.
Yeah.
Which I think we got him.
We're going to skip that one. Next one is episode 9. Episode 9 with the one and only Chris Slammer.
Dude. I mean,
what a guy, dude. Such an awesome individual.
What I mean to say, I don't even know where to begin with him, dude. I was literally a kid I mean, if you would rewatch that YouTube one, I know if Bobby's Face and my own, dude, Jesus. I mean, like the 80s wrestlers and shit, like I was just sitting there when he was talking about Luke from the Bushwhackers, because that being my name, I was always a huge fan of Bushwhacker Luke, because we shared the same name. And I mean, I was just fanboying the fuck out of it. He was talking about who was it? Nikita Koloff fucking used Lex Luger to try to sell him some fucking supplements or some shit. Some fucking something you could only literally, you would have to be you'd have to be a professional wrestler of some kind to have a story like that. But yeah, I mean, outside of what a great dude, stand up guy. He just in Missouri doing his thing, and I commend him.
Oh yeah, dude. Shout out to him especially. I mean, he just recently won the New Breed Wrestling Midwest PopCon Championship. As you can see, he's here with his belt.
Yeah, dude. He
fucking awesome.
Such a good dude, man. And he like it just to do like that's the thing, man. And you don't with wrestling, it might be entertainment, but man, you beat the shit out of your body doing that. And we beat the shit out of our bodies doing the job we do anyway.
Right. That's what's so amazing about that whole thing, and hearing what he does on the weekends, and then knowing what we do during the week, and then he goes and does that.
That just shows the love and the passion he has for it, though, man. And like I said, he's a guy that you can't like he like a lot of, like I said, there's sometimes a stereotype of like diehard rap. I mean, he's more than a fan. He does like we mentioned it on there. I was like you don't have to be in the WWE if you've gotten paid to fucking participate in wrestling, which he has plenty. Yeah, I was like, I consider that's pro wrestling. It might not be WWE pro wrestling, but it's still fucking, you're still making money doing it. So
right.
I consider, you're still doing the shit. You're still taking the bumps. You're doing everything that goes along with it. And a little, side story from it. That's when when I exposed that, I thought if you fucking lifted weights and pumped iron, you wouldn't have body hair.
Fuck. Classic.
I mean, that was and to use the Ultimate Warrior, dude, because that video you made, like with the recording of it, dude, everybody was laughing. So I swear to God, I truly, like, with not knowing, like when you're that age, when you don't really, I mean, it's different now because I feel like 7 and 8 year olds have phones, which I'm not saying parents kids aren't running fucking roughshod on their phones, but they're able to access more knowledge with shit. But dude, I was sitting there literally just and there was there was a small percentage of some of them dudes that actually did have chest hair and shit.
Yeah. Hey, listen here real
George
quick.
the Animal Steel. Fuck, there was one, but yeah, go ahead.
All right. Listen here real quick.
All right.
Kid, that if you just simply lifted weights, you wouldn't have body hair. I thought you didn't. I thought because I was like, well, if you lift weights, I swear to God, as a kid, I thought you didn't. I was like, no, these guys have pit hair. They don't, I was like, it must. If you lift weights, Virginia, I'm serious. I mean, you gotta think as West Virginia, but as a 7-year-old, think of a 7-year-old nomad. Yeah, I was like, so if I look like the Ultimate Warrior, if I lift weights, I'm not gonna have any body. I swear to God, that's what I was thinking as a kid.
I wish that's how it worked. That would never have to shave.
Yeah, no shit, man. When I lifted weights, I wouldn't have to. I'd have been fine.
Classic,
dude.
Absolute fucking classic clip, bro.
Right.
So it's yeah, dude. We got so much more too. We got so many episodes to go through. This is gonna be so much fun. It's just bringing back nostalgia for me.
Right.
So much shit. That's awesome, dude. Awesome. Is that all I gotta say about Slammer?
I mean, dude, to keep it within the time constraints, which him being in wrestling, he understands completely. But damn, I mean, we could have had a marathon. It could have been a 24-hour fucking thing if we would talk about everybody we've had on with all the cool shit they've done. But yeah, Slammer, just keep on delivering, keep on slamming, defending that title. I still think we could see him on Raw one day.
Oh, dude, 100%. That would be sick. That'd be sick.
Absolutely.
So next up, we got episode 10. Episode 10 was Mark Wiens. You guys may see him on Instagram. All right. He is the Schmedlex feeder driver and constantly is chugging energy drinks. I don't know if he's doing it anymore.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't think he's doing it anymore.
And which is fucking incredible because he's going through the whole weight loss thing right now, and he's lost, I think, over 100 pounds so far.
He got the
he got the
bypass or whatever.
Right.
Yeah,
right. So
I know he got it. I just can't remember the name of what it was. I think that's what it's called. But yeah, I know because I mean he was posting stuff on IG, and I obviously follow him on there. Dude, another fucking awesome guy, and. We had in the docs, but it was really awesome to hear, with him and Bobby being former Marines. I really enjoyed because my grandfather was a Marine, and I know I've mentioned that in prior episodes. So I really enjoyed listening to them two really talk about, kind of talk shop, quote unquote. But but then the story of how he met his wife, that triggered four. I feel like, I don't know if it was four. It might have been. I feel like we had multiple fucking wife stories after that, or
Mm.
spouse stories of how
Yes.
some people met.
Yes, that really
And-
sent off the domino effect for all of our future guests when they were telling us their stories about their life, and then they went into about how they met their wife, because his story is absolutely incredible.
Yeah, he met her. It was they had met, and I don't know if they had physically met it, but however it was, they ended up reconnecting
I think
through
they met
online
once.
gaming.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think he said he met her once.
And they were dating other people then.
Right,
He had a girlfriend, she had a boyfriend,
right,
and then
and yeah,
and
then,
random as fuck online gaming one night.
random as fuck. They were playing Call of Duty, I think he said, and they both broke up with their significant others at that time, their partners, whatever, and then he recognized the name, I guess, the gamer tag name, whatever, and then messaged her. I was like, "Yo, is this Deb, blah blah blah," and whatever her name was, and she was like, "Yeah," and then she was like, "Oh my god, this is," and he was like, "This is Mark Wiens," and they ended up meeting on a random match online gaming and reconnected.
Which is fucking
What's the chance?
nuts.
Incredible, bro. Incredible story.
Yeah, because we both. I mean, you game a little bit more than I do, but we both game. We both played fucking shit. Like, that is fucking a game like that too, man. Like a game that there's like millions of people probably playing at any given time, and there they go, like fucking nuts, dude. But yeah,
Mark Wiens, dude, it was just absolutely incredible story he had of meeting his wife.
yeah, man. What a great
Just the
dude.
chance of that, and then he literally dropped everything he had and left Vegas and moved out to Utah. I think he said he's in
Yeah,
Utah.
he's in Utah.
Yeah. Yep. And now he married her, and they're living together. They have kids, and good for him, dude. And absolutely 100% good luck to Mark in his weight loss journey, because it's just getting started. And buddy, keep it up, man. We are behind you 110%.
Absolutely, dude. Yeah.
Next up, episode 11 with the one and only from the UK, Paul Jones.
Dude, first and foremost, he loved it because he was our first UK, he was our first British person we'd had on, and he was happy about that. So I want to make sure to throw that on there. But then we have on the notes, this guy, I mean, before I even want to talk about Spaghetti Highway,
Oh, yeah.
he had his fucking leg crushed by a forklift truck, wasn't it? A forklift
dude,
truck.
Not about that.
Fuck. Yeah. He had his fucking leg crushed, and dude, because the forks were down and the thing was moving. And anybody that's worked in a warehouse, you've seen people that ride them things all the time. It's just like us with package cars. You get comfortable on them things,
Yeah.
and fucking things are moving. Like, I forget what it was. There was
Swerving
something.
in and out of shit, dude, like crazy.
There was something that happened to where, like, if it would have been another way, he would have lost his leg.
Yeah,
So
right.
he had that happen, and then he was on Spaghetti Highway and got in a I mean, I don't remember exactly what happened, but he had to get the jaws of life, didn't he, to get pried out of his fucking car from the accident on Spaghetti Highway. Was that right? Does that sound
Right. Yes. Like, he blacked out after, as soon as the accident happened.
Yeah, right.
And dude, when we saw the when we saw the fucking picture of the Spaghetti Highway, the aerial picture,
It literally looks like a plate of spaghetti. There's no fucking other way to describe it. If you Google it, you will see what I fucking mean. It is fucking wild.
incredible.
It is wild looking. But other than him, cheating death being, I mean, good family man. He was also a military veteran, and just a fucking great guy, man. Good dude. And we had we had a story, with him talking about being able to say goodbye to his dad. And I was, I mean, it was a moving episode, to say the least, man. He's a good guy. And I wish Paul the best, man, because he's a fucking good dude. And I still hold out hope one day we can drink in his little pub he's got in that backyard.
Fucking right.
We'll fucking get over there one of these days.
Absolutely. Fuck COVID. Jesus Christ, fuck COVID.
Yeah, right.
Next up is episode 12 with Justin Horst. And he's your neighboring state down there in West by God, Virginia.
Dude.
In Ohio.
And he's in Zanesville, so I feel like he's really close. I think that's Eastern Ohio, I think. Don't hold me to that, Justin. It was
so awesome from my point of view here, like seeing you guys go back and forth with shit. Like him and you definitely crossed paths before at a fucking college game.
Oh, easily.
100% you guys have.
Easily.
Yes. 100%.
And he was there in game. Like he wasn't there. He was there when we were still, like, we won the Orange Bowl. We were doing really good. Mm-hmm. But there was actually times that was actually probably a watered down version compared to what I saw when I was in college, because I mean, he said burning couches and shit. That's we were doing that then. But I said that in Gio's second episode, that my freshman year of college, I saw a fucking car get flipped over into the street that was into a bonfire, and I was like, okay, I think it's time to get the fuck out of here now. And they don't do that. They haven't done that in a long time, as far as my knowledge. But dude, yeah, it was so fucking cool because he was. I mean, that was episode 12, but he was the first person that, because I told, I told you and I told Bobby, I told everybody about how Morgantown was, and he was the first person that could actually give some insight on it. And he didn't disappoint. Moonshine, people were rolling down hills. But he was also a military veteran. Thank you for your service.
Yep.
And he's a Bengals fan, and we had fun jabbing. We had fun jabbing at each other. That's what's funny. The region that we're at, like you get it enough to where, like, when he said better dental plans and more teeth, like, it makes me laugh, because that's like, man, I don't get mad at that, because you see a lot of, because I know there's a lot of motherfuckers in Ohio that don't have teeth either, but there's what they're saying here, I don't like, because there's plenty of people that don't have teeth here either. So, like, I laugh at that. I take it all in stride. But yeah, man, I'm glad that he was the start of the next lineup of guests we will be talking about. That was like, we'd send out that Insta story to fucking get people on then. Because that was still like right in pandemic, lockdown. There wasn't fucking shit open. We were fucking rolling. And I mean, it was him, Andy, RJ, aka Porno. I mean, we had there was a lot of, that was a fucking nice, that was a nice front of people. But yeah, Justin, good fucking dude. And I hope good luck this season, man. You're not going to win the Super Bowl, because my fucking Bucks might get one more. But even if they don't, I don't think Cincinnati's going to win the Super Bowl. But you got Joe Burrow, and you might make the playoffs.
Dude, that was awesome. And then he mentioned the whole thing about rolling down hills. He was like, the one thing I remember about West by God, Virginia, was seeing just some random motherfuckers rolling down hills.
Dude, and the fun, like, to make it quick, a funny side story one time of a friend of mine that he wasn't allowed to, he couldn't get into the stadium because he was too fucked up. And I followed him back to the house that we were staying at. And on this side, God, I'm so rusty with my streets now, because I don't deliver Morgantown anymore. So Willowdale Road is the road that goes alongside the stadium. So there's a hillside there. Mm-hmm.
And that motherfucker, literally, he was stumbling, rumbling, fumbling. He rolled down that hillside, and he spewed out in the middle of the road. But it was like right when the game was starting. It was a ghost town at that point. Everybody was like put, so like the roads were fucking. But yeah, that happens.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Real quick. All right. So to put a stop to this one here, real quick, just need to give a shout out to a couple people here. Okay. First of all, I'm gonna embarrass them. First of all, shout out to Sam Voigt. All right, Sam just upgraded his Patreon pledge. Thank you, Sam, for upgrading, buddy. And also the new Patreon member. I'm just seeing him roll in on the emails here on my phone as we're talking. Also, huge shout out to Tad Meadows, now a part of the Patreon crew. So thank you, brother. Thank you, brother.
You, guys.
Yes, cheers. Fucking right, boys.
Yep.
Next episode we have here. All right. So next episode, this episode was episode 13.
Yes.
And this one was Andy Von Six. And for you guys wondering, if you guys have gone back and look for episode 13, Andy has asked us to take it down for personal reasons. Okay. And we obviously respect her personal reasons, and we took it down. We do plan on having her back on soon again for another episode. And but let me just start off by Larry. So let's talk about her, because she's an awesome
person,
awesome individual.
Yeah.
And this was the Halloween episode, actually. It was. And she was actually dressed up as the Black Swan. She was full makeup, get up, everything, dude. And when she showed up on the video screen and we saw her, I was like, holy shit. Like, this girl is just all in. And that was sick. You have so much respect for people that have that just courage just to do that. You know what I mean?
Then there's Dave and me in fucking sports jerseys. At least, I mean, Bobby was Supervisor Rich, and that was a hit with her. So at least Bobby did. Yeah, I'll give him that. Yeah, he did. Bobby stepped up for Halloween. He definitely did, because we had the sports jerseys on. But yeah, she did Black Swan to a T, to a fucking T, man.
To a T.
Yep.
Absolutely. And dude, I couldn't be happy.
She's a long time listener and supporter too. And
I couldn't be more happy that we actually met her.
Absolutely.
Around here. You know
absolutely.
What I mean? And actually, speaking of meeting her, like we just mentioned before on the past episode 49 with RJ.
48, but yes. 48, yeah.
48, episode 48 with RJ Porno was him and Andy Von Six actually met in person. And that was pretty cool, because I think it was because of this podcast that you guys actually got in contact, and you guys actually ended up meeting up at a bar one night. And so that was fucking the coolest thing to see was the picture of you two together. And two of our guests that we've had on, actually, who don't even really not even know each other, but know you guys are a part of this community.
Literally, that was the cool. I was cheating.
Awesome.
I was like this. I was like, I just wanted to fucking put myself through that phone.
I know, dude. I want to go hang out with
you. Awesome. Man, yeah, that was cool as shit. That was awesome to see.
Absolutely. And last but not least, shout out to her for sending me the video, like I said before, of her driving up the fucking highway of the West Coast going to work.
Oh no.
So
that's
jealous.
Dave. That's Dave's dream, man. That's a bucket lister.
Danielle said we could go after I retire, I think. What'd she say? Yeah, I think she said in like 20 years or something, or 25 years.
Oh, you only got 20.
Because by that time the kids will be older, so they'll be out of the house, and we can go do our own thing. And I'm like, fuck, if I retire, fuck, let's go. You know?
Hey, man, absolutely.
So
it'll be there.
Shout out to Andy Von Six, awesome. And she just confirmed yes on the chat here. Yes, we met because of the pod. That's fucking sick. That's so
fucking
cool.
A. That is, man.
Cool. Next up, fucking awesome. Episode 14 was Jose Rodriguez and his helper story. Like this was probably the best helper story we had since Misty's. Right? So go ahead, Luke. Take this. I'll let you take this one away, bud.
I mean,
Oh fuck. He had, I mean, first off, before, like, what made the story so funny was fucking he's such a good dude, such a laid back guy. He started as an and his older. I'm not saying Jose's old, because Jose looks younger than I do. I think, man, he's got more hair than I do for sure. And but he started in older years, and like, dude, to just him to tell his story, like it was so fucking funny because first off, this was a big boy. We know that. He said he was a few fries short of a Happy Meal. I think that, I don't know if that's verbatim, but and his hands were bruised. And he said, "Hey, I got something for you. I need you to get rid of me." He handed him a pair of brass knuckles. and fucking, I mean, he took him. I think he did take him, didn't he?
Yeah.
Then that guy fucking, dude just kind of, I mean, he vanished, didn't see him again. Might have got arrested. Who the fuck knows? But like, I mean, you just see, like, you just got this guy and his hands are all fucked up. And I don't know if he says, so he's a big dude. No matter if he's big, like in a Happy Meal way or a muscular way, he's still a big guy. And you just see these fucked up hands, and you got these fucking brass knuckles. Like, I need you to get rid of these for me. Jesus, dude.
So awesome.
I mean, yeah, and he's such a good guy, and a positive fucking outlook.
Can you imagine someone just like, I need you to get rid of these. I need you to just be like, what?
I mean, I would almost at that point have to be like, I mean, I feel like I'm kind of like your lawyer. So can you at least say, what the fuck did you do? Can I ask? I'm getting rid of the evidence. I'm getting rid of the evidence. So, yeah. I mean, just what happened? Yeah. Right. Just what the fuck happened? God, dude, Jose. So yeah. Awesome. What a great dude. Good dude.
Episode 15 was Dan Ewert.
Dude, Dan got, first of all,
hold on. First of all, congratulations to him, because I think him and his wife had a kid recently.
They did. So
congratulations on your guys' first child. That's awesome.
And he fucking came on the Christmas episode when he was positive with COVID, like a fucking, like a champ.
He looked like shit.
Dude, he looked fucking, he looked fucking terrible. He looked bad. Yeah, because I messaged him. I was like, "Hey, man, I forget what the whole verbatim of it." But he was like, "Oh yeah, I'm off work right now. I tested positive for COVID." I was like, "Well, we'll have you on the live then, brother."
That's right, dude. That was awesome.
But he had a few stories with hunting and fishing in his area that I can say as a guy from West by God, Virginia, that I was intrigued by. And he also, he works at the same center as Misty. So he knew him and Misty knew each other. But he said he got picked on a lot by the drivers because he was a safety guy or something. I forget what it was.
Yep. Oh yeah, that was awesome. But hey, shout out to you guys for the first child.
That's congratulations, guys.
Episode 16, the one, the only,
partial,
Fitzy, fucking Fitzy, Ryan Fitzpatrick.
And Ryan Fitzpatrick. He's got the same name as fucking Fitzmagic. He's older than Fitzmagic. So really, Fitzmagic is fucking parcel savage in my eyes. He had the name first. It's like Office Space when that fucking guy Michael Bolton, when he's fucking I guess Michael Bolton was older than the guy in Office Space, but he didn't get anyway. My point being, Fitzy is, dude, he is his own form of Fitzmagic, because the guy fucking works like probably nobody else I've seen that I can say, at least on IG. There was a guy that I used to work with that is now retired that would work like, I mean, he would be putting in, he probably could match Fitz, but I mean, one thing though, I can say about this guy that retired it, he didn't have to, I mean, Fitz has got a different dynamic in his center is that they fucking are like pretty much basically forced to work most Saturdays.
Right.
I mean, unless they can wiggle their way around it with personal days or sick days or fucking whatever, or they might not need a couple. Yeah, I mean, this mother, God, he's worked over 3,000 hours.
Yeah, dude, it's nuts. Like he's constantly sharing things on Instagram about like what time he's getting out of work. It's like, God damn, dude, working those long nights. And I mean, just like he said on his episode, he's a prostitute for the parcel. You know,
prostitute for the parcel. He was. He fucking is. He was. He still is.
I mean, we all are. Fuck.
We are. And I'll say this because this is going to be totally irrelevant, but this is for my aunt. Prostitute for my Aunt Sally because she's just fucking so beautiful. God, I love being live. This is fucking so random. But back to Fitz though, man. He
awesome guy.
Yeah,
awesome mustache, awesome fucking mullet, dude. The fucking long hair he's got, the mustache. Fuck, dude.
He also, like, you know, I talked to him. I called him up when my Achilles was bothering me, and we were on the phone for probably about it was probably about an hour. Yes. You know, he's just been to my ear. He sent me, he made some videos for me and sent them to me, shit to use. And, you know, I mean, he's doing that all on his own time. He doesn't have to do all that. And he fucking does. He's a good dude, man. He's an active guy, loves to hike. Seems like I'd say most of our guests, all of them, I would say, is somebody I'd want to have a beer with. And I was going to say 100%. Fitzy, I'd have to just be obligated to have a Sam Adams winter lager talk about it. Because the funny story, because Tom Brady ended up winning me a Super Bowl, but that night on the phone with him, we were playing Sunday Night Football, the Bucks. I've been a lifelong Tampa Bay fan. West Virginia doesn't have a team, so I didn't become a Steelers fan like most people in my area, but I don't know why. I've always liked Tampa, always have.
And I mean, I hope I get to meet him one day because he's really like he's into the rock climbing scene and all that. Yeah. And over here where I deliver out here in New Paltz, there's the Shawangunk Mountains, which is a very popular rock climbing destination for rock climbers. And he's heard about it and he's never been and he's wanted to be. And I hope the guy is able to get over here one day and I could just fucking hang out with him. Just.
Oh, dude.
I mean, regardless, he's only in Boston. It's not that far of a drive for me, but like, you know, COVID just fucked up everything and how we think and shit. But hey.
I know, and just people.
I really want to hang out with every one of our guests. Like, I really do. Like, you can have a beer with every single one of them.
When you think of fucking COVID, I mean, just to go a little fucking, just a little break, because COVID was basically what jump started this podcast.
Yeah.
Excuse me. And I just want to say this as a prediction that, God dang it, man, I just got this weird feeling where they're gonna try to push back a little bit of what we didn't want, but I don't think it's gonna work. But I feel like it's coming. I just have a feeling. It's a weird feeling. We're just gonna be masking it up again.
Hopefully not.
I hope not.
Moving on to episode 17. The first time we all got to meet Porno. The first time we all got to meet RJ. And my God, what a fucking tornado of information that was on that episode, man.
Dude.
A whirlwind, if you will.
I mean, fucking, I'll say this, that was funny. I found out because of RJ's episode, I found out that there was more people at my center that listened to the podcast than I realized, because obviously his wife being, him and his wife being porn actors, that like around people was like, he's Western poor. What's her poor name? So
Dude,
it was like,
comments
oh
under his
shit.
there was comments under his video here on YouTube that was like, anybody know his wife's porn name stuff? Asking for a friend.
But it's because of the porn shit is why he's a 4th generation driver. Like his family, there's so much fucking history with parceling in the company, a fucking fountain of it. Enough that the company was going to do a fucking story on him until they found out what him and his wife do. And so naturally we were like, well, if you want to fucking tell your story with us, we don't give 2 shits, man, because we welcome everybody here. And man, I mean, yeah, dude, he I mean, the porn actor, yes. Front man for Fatal Prophecy, obviously is a delivery man, artist, knows sign language. I mean, Jesus, the fucking guy. I mean, I don't know. It's another one. That's what I mean. You could fucking go on for hours talking about
absolutely
guys, dude. I mean, one of the coolest fucking guys. I love podcasting, and I love that the Nomad account. That's the thing. That's a shout out. That's a shout out to my wife, to Ashley, because she told me she's like, you need to get on Instagram and do something. Because I wasn't like, I was like, I'm going to fucking to have a public account, to have this Nomad account, to dive into the cardboard community, meeting you, everybody else, getting with this podcast. That fucking guy right there. I mean, that is a dude. I'll tell you right now. Jesus, I mean, it's a vast. I don't want to. I feel like I'm going to be biased when I say this, but I just find another fucking workforce or like a job fucking title and just find more variety than what we fucking do. I don't think you can. I do not think you can fucking find it. And maybe it's out there, but. I mean, personalities, the way people are, fuck, man. I'm so glad. I'm so glad that we're fucking, like I said, we're on episode 50 and he was a part of it. We just had him on very recent. I mean, literally, we'll, as we're recording this, it's the latest episode released was his return.
Yeah.
And fuck, what good dude, rocker. And I look forward to meeting that guy in the future as well.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Dude, we got to take a trip, really. Like, I know we said it before, was just fucking get a van or some shit. Fucking sleep in a van. Who gives a fuck? You know what I mean? We can roll the Rogans and we can go cross country and shit and just fucking meet our listeners, and that would be fucking awesome. But anyways. Next one up. Got to keep it going here. So we're going to skip a few ahead. Episode 22 was Fernando Loaiza. Fernando is Patreon supporter as well. Also, fucking awesome dude. Dude.
Very good guy.
Awesome dude. I mean, he's just...
He had an analogy that he was using, talking about how like management side and now like it's more even beyond management, just talking like with corporation. Yeah. It was saying like with like all of like the bells and whistles of what we have now is how it's like you're making us not be like we can't be human. And that was so like when that resonated with me because it is dude, like they try to take I've said for years they've been saying trying to take the customer service part out of our job. And when he said it like that, I was like, dude, that's so fucking true because it's like, there's some people that wouldn't even like, they don't want to even say hello because they're just afraid they're going to they just got this giant clock behind them.
Right.
Not even, but I mean, he lives in Tucson. So I'm going to make my way out to Tucson soon. And I'm going to, he's the guy. I'm definitely going to see.
You hook up.
I'm definitely going to see. And I mean, he's a big baseball fan, good guy. He also how he met his wife was a pretty interesting story. It was that was a fucking wild one.
Yeah, but you want to tell it real quick? I know it exactly how it fucking happened.
Yeah, go ahead.
I remember. So I believe they were on It was his best friend's fiance,
Yes.
and they were at like a Jack and Jill bachelorette party kind of thing. And his best friend said that he can't do this. He can't get married. This, that, whatever. He said he can't do it. Nah. And she kind of said the same thing, I believe, is what it was. Or once Fernando told her that, like, you know, I think Fernando broke the news to her. It was like, you know, he's not ready for this. Well, Fernando, you know, stuck 2 feet in there and then got right in the door. And the rest is history there. And, you know, Fernando's wife was his best friend's, ex fiance. Basically,
take the initiative.
He did, yeah.
And he fucking did.
You did. Good for him, man.
Fernando.
And they have 2 kids together, and you know, living life out there in Tucson, Arizona. So
hot as fuck out there.
fucking right. Oh shit! But awesome dude. So.
Yeah, good fucking guy, man.
Absolutely. Episode 23 was the first time we and you, if you haven't yet, got to meet Katie Justice. Katie goes on Instagram at Diary of Up's Wife, if you will. And she has a great community over there with her page of a lot of the wives of the delivery drivers for the companies. And she's doing great things over there. 100%.
One thing that's with her episode that, you know, I will always laugh at, because that was the first episode she's affiliated with the business, so she was still affiliated. She was the first non-driver we didn't have, but we also we didn't cuss. So for me, you know, I've always said that. Go ahead.
Real quick, Luke, hold that thought. If you guys want to know the reason why. So she asked us not to, and which is fine.
Yes.
We respect that 110% because her listeners and her followers over there on her page, you know, the type of language that we spew on here, you know, they don't really appreciate, I guess, if you will, or don't follow that.
And that's fine.
Absolutely.
That's fine.
Absolutely. So,
I understand that more than anybody.
Right. And we respected her wishes towards that. So I know there's some people that were like, oh, like you guys didn't send out a single the entire episode.
Yeah, because nobody knew but us. I mean, obviously we knew because we said, yeah, that's fine.
That's the reason why she asked us not to, and we respected her wishes. So go ahead, Luke, continue.
No, I mean, I don't know if I remember I just like, I've always told people, you know, the Nomad, it's not a character. It's just a part of it's just part of my personality. And I normally, like, I can refrain from saying fuck every other sentence, but like when I'm in my domain like this, or, you know, if I'm sitting in my house or at a friend, like if I'd be, you know, I'm going to say, so it was, for me, it wasn't even really an issue because it was Katie, you know what I mean? It wasn't like I had, you know, it wasn't like Pissed Off Yorker was a guest and I'm sitting there trying not to cuss. You know what I mean? So
she's just an absolute sweetheart.
Yeah, like, she is.
Really
she
the
is.
nicest.
But
nicest chick.
It was funny that so many people were like, dude, you guys didn't cuss in that. What's up? Like that made me laugh so hard. But yeah, dude, she that
was funny. There's some people that noticed.
That was. And no, she good people. And Jordan, her husband, is he's a driver. And yeah, they're out there, they're on the farm, man, living their best life, doing well.
Absolutely, man. So if you guys haven't yet, go follow her on Instagram at Diary of a Up's Wife. All right.
Yep.
Next is episode 24. And this was a fun one, guys. This was the first time we had somebody on who was not affiliated with any of the companies. and that was Christine Snaps.
Yep.
Christine Snaps is known on social media as an influencer, basically, if you will. She's a comedian. The very first video she made, which sent things going viral in her world, was the cactus video that she had, and she's explaining why. She's like, "Oh, I got this cactus. What should I name it?" Da, 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 da. And she just blew up from there. And Christine Snaps was a fucking awesome guest to have on, because we got to experience on the episode what it was like from really a customer's point of view.
Yes. Yeah, dude. And that's one thing. I'm so glad we got to meet Christine. And that's one thing, Bobby, how that happened was Bobby made a TikTok and she did a, is it a fucking stitch? I forget the term.
A stitch, yes. When they post an original video and then you can take the original video and then post something.
Yeah, and she did a stitch with Bobby's TikTok, and then we were, then that was in January, so it was like we were just coming back from the hiatus with Peak, and the schedule was open, so we had Bobby messaged her and we got her, so that was that was one. I mean, because I didn't have, the podcast didn't have an account then, so that's shout out to Bobby for that, because we wouldn't have had Christine on, but we wouldn't have got to meet her. And she's an amazing person, and she works in an animal. She's an animal lover. There's a lot. That's why I was drinking Miller Lite. Honestly, I drank Miller Lite because she's a fucking Miller Lite. I like it too, but I had the Miller Lite out there because when we got to her episode, I was going to shout her out with a Miller Lite because I know she was fucking drinking it. But that was also the episode when the fucking tailpipe asshole getting drug on the ground story. For my friend, I told the story of my friend that dated the preacher's daughter, and I couldn't believe it. That was the first time Christine Snaps. That was the first time on her episode, and she had the biggest following, of people that knew who they were. Christine was the biggest, most well-known guest we've had on. So I was sitting there thinking, like in my brain, my brain's telling me like, shut the fuck up, and it just kept coming out. But yeah,
that was awesome. I was fucking sick. Next episode was episode number 25 with Bianca Garza. Bianca gave us the first time we ever heard the term cradle baby. And the cradle baby was then born in that episode. And for those of you that don't know, I guess if you just want to hear the short version of it, cradle baby is someone that relies on the cradle.
Yep.
It relies on the map nav for delivering, okay? And every center fucking has them, that's for sure. So cradle baby was born. She was an amazing guest as well, dude. Awesome, amazing guest. Great energy. You can tell she loves what she does with the job, with boxing, all that stuff, dude. So
she, she damn near she cheated death herself. She almost died,
dude,
from kidney failure. I don't know if it was flat out kidney failure or something, but she almost didn't make it. And and her fact with boxing, and of course I'm a big boxing fan, so we hit it off with that. But her also, she was raised by her grandparents, and her her love for her grandparents was awesome. I mean, just she was a great guest. She was amazing story, amazing person.
Yeah. 100%. You just summed it all up there, dude. You took the words right out of my mouth. For sure.
Yeah, there's she not enough to say, but yeah, man, incredible story.
Absolutely. And the cradle baby, like I said, was born. And we're still using that to this day.
Yeah, cradle baby will be used probably, as long as there's cradles.
As long as this podcast is here.
Yeah, as long as there's podcasts, as long as this podcast is real, cradle baby's gonna be used.
Right. And I mean, like, it's funny because, like, real quick side note. So, like, on my dad's episode, right? So I think I was episode 42. So on my dad's episode, right? Like, he said, like, when they sent him out blind, he was like, "Oh, Vic, you're gonna be going out with your friends." And he's like, "Oh, who's that?" He's like, "Yeah, you're gonna be going out with Jim and Randy." And that was the two map companies, Jim Mapco and Randy McNally. And so it's like, back then, that's what they had. Now it's, you're going to be going out with your cradle. You know what I mean? It's a completely whole nother era.
Yeah, and you have a phone. Your dad didn't have a cell phone back then. He didn't have your dad didn't have an iPhone 57 or whatever fucking number they're on. You know, I'm an Android guy, so iPhones are irrelevant to me. Right. But yeah, they didn't even have. I mean, yeah, that was the fucking, that was the way of the land, man. Yep. And
so
just think about that, having the fucking map spread out over your dash. Just looking at.
I had to do it. I started, you know.
I never had to have full-fledged maps, but I had hand-drawn maps.
I mean, not like a big old paper map, but like I had like one of those like book maps. You know what I mean? It had like the spindle.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. You know, I had one of those always in my bag when I first started and shit. But anyways, that's a whole nother story. So next episode, right? Next episode here was episode 26 with Jeffrey Chandler. Jeffrey Chandler is one of the co-hosts for the TMI podcast, TVs, movies, and awesome podcast. So go and check that out, guys. TMI. Jeffrey Chandler is also a driver in the center south of me. So I actually had met him before many times and all that. He actually used to work with my wife before he started working for the company. So that's how I ended up meeting him. Jeffrey is an awesome individual. Incredible knowledge when it comes to TVs and when it comes to TV shows and movies. And just a huge Star Wars fan. Huge Star Wars fan. The collection he has of goods, signed memorabilia, all that great stuff, he has it in his house.
Dude, his Star Wars fucking collection was incredible.
Absolutely.
And I, you know, me being I was a late bloomer, but I'm a big Star Wars fan. And I loved, and you know, he also put my mind at ease with drones because he gave the analogy of like, when a drone can fucking, I don't know if he said fucking or not. For my story, he'll say fucking, but right. He said until they can deliver a 50-pound bag of dog food, we'll be fine. And I was like, yeah, Jeff, you're right. Fuck yeah, you're right.
Yeah, dude.
But a little side note, because Jeffrey Chandler, to at least say with the TikTok page, that was the story that the dog, Ripken is his real name, but Big Bubba is what I've always called him. I say Big Bubba.
Launched the TikTok page.
Dude, yeah.
Launched the TikTok page. Was that
video? I told that story on his episode, but that fucking video of that dog, dude, I'm so mad to this day that I will never. That was episode 26. So here we are at episode 50, and I've delivered to that dog. I mean, not to that dog. I've delivered to the house that the dog fucking his owners. You know, I'm not literally going to say I delivered to the fucking dog, but I'm on that road a lot. I'm still on the same route. Mm-hmm. Haven't had that opportunity since, and I probably never will because I mean, I will never. Normally, when I see that dog, he's by like the owners aren't home,
right? So
there's no fucking way on God's green earth, that I'm ever going to try to pet that dog,
right?
Again.
So,
but yeah.
So let me just say, so Luke posted this video of the actual dog, and I'm gonna play the clip here real quick so you guys can hear it. Okay, so this was a clip that we posted on our TikTok. Here it is.
Yeah, I don't know if he's old, but just a mean fucking son of a bitch, and scares the shit out of the neighbor kids, and just like he's vicious. And I've always put videos up close to him, and people will always reply like, dude, you're crazy. But there's this huge drop, like I said, huge drop off. So I know he's not going to come to me. So today, the cars are in the driveway. So if the people are home, normally he's inside. He doesn't come out. I'm walking. I've got the music blasting. It's Friday. I'm whistling. I go to the garage where I normally take the IG videos to scare people. And he's coming. I don't hear him because he's not barking because he doesn't have his electric collar on.
Oh, shit.
And I turn around and he is grumpy.
So that's where it ended. Okay. So Luke cut off the audio on this video just before it got to the good part. And it was funny because this video kept people watching and it launched our TikTok page. That video has over 334,000 views.
And now you can put 3-minute videos on TikTok now. So
Right.
I could have used the whole fucking thing.
Right.
now.
So it was funny because a lot of people in the comments was like, what happened next? What happened next? And they wanted to know what happened next because the story that Luke told. And so episode 26 with Jeffrey Chandler and the dog story that came about helped launch the TikTok page.
There was also a lot of haters with that were like,
Oh yeah, they were.
they were like, you're just cutting it off at 1 minute. I'm not going to listen to your podcast now.
Oh, that's-
Despite, and I was like, Bob, it's 1 minute. It's a 1 minute clip, man. I can't fucking squeeze it all in there.
Haters gonna hate.
Yeah. Motherfuckers.
Oh. But no, so also, guys, like I said, shout out to Jeffrey Chandler because such an awesome individual.
Yeah. Good dude.
Next up, so if you guys wanted the timeline here, okay, episode 27 was the first episode that when it just became Luke and I. That's when it just became us two. So episode 27 was with Earl Legister. Now, Earl was a past driver of my center. He used to work there, ended up losing his job over there, and he tells the whole story there on episode 27. And how he lost his job was pretty crazy and kind of bullshit considering what's going on right now.
Yeah. Considering like there's like fucking
How much social media stuff is out there with drivers in uniforms and all this stuff. And he got kind of hosed over that shit like before with that. Like it's.
Yeah. He basically got fired for a video that like you would see not really for me per se, because I've always kind of hidden the logo, but not really because of this. I just wanted to break away from it. But I'm saying any video you see of somebody with the shield in, like it was just basically that. That's it.
Right. Exactly. So, but Earl is an awesome guy. Great outlook on life. Such a positive dude. I can't say enough good things about Earl, and I'm very happy that I actually got to meet him in person when I first started working there. He was still there, and just becoming a friend of his, and all that. Earl's fucking shout out to Earl, dude. Earl's so awesome.
And we did that live so he could tell a little bit more of his story with it. But yeah, I mean, it was literally like riding a sled down a fucking hillside or something. Was that what it was that got him fired?
Yeah, it was that leading up to some other stuff, but like that was the main, that was like the kickoff too. He was delivering one of those red what is it called?
I don't even know. Just
what the fuck's the company? So
their sleds.
It was a legit sled with like the fucking metal sides, wooden, on it, and all. It looked like fucking sleigh. Literally, it's a sleigh. And and he was riding it. He was delivering it, and it was just packaged. It wasn't even packaged. It was just like that with a fucking shipping label tied to it.
Right.
And he videotaped himself. He took his phone before really social media was even really that big of a thing. Took his phone and recorded himself riding the sled down the person's driveway, the customer's driveway where he was delivering it to, because it was snow covered and he wasn't driving his truck down there. So he rode the sled down the driveway, Customer comes out laughing, loved it, loved seeing him using it, loved the whole thing. And then when he posted to social media, that's when shit went downhill for him. But what's just incredible was that Earl, Earl still, with everything that happened with him losing his job, he came out on top. He found something that he loved, and that's the acting side of things. And he's been in movies now with, big name stars. I mean, he's not like a main character yet in anything. He's still like back in the background of them, but still, that's how you work your way up into things. And
he's got that video with Mark Ruffalo.
Right, with Mark
That's pretty
Ruffalo,
cool.
fucking Hulk, bro, from Marvel, like so fucking sweet. And so yeah, dude, shout out to Earl, man. Earl, keep doing what you're doing, brother, and stay positive, man.
Yeah, much love, Earl the Pearl. Yeah, man. I feel like he found his calling, and it's fucked up what happened, man. It is that
Absolutely.
fucking way it shouldn't have. He got done wrong.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think he found his happiness.
Right. Next up, let's keep going here. Episode 28 was Lars. And Lars was supposed to be scheduled for a little earlier, but I ended up having my second child in January. And so we kind of had to backtrack a little bit there with things. So we finally were able to get Lars on the podcast. I am Lars. And what we can say about Lars is his podcast. He's got his own podcast called I Am Lars. And his past guests have all been awesome, and that's actually how we heard about Bianca from episode 25 of ours. Was from his podcast. I heard her story on his podcast one day, and I was like, Luke, guys, like we got to get her on, dude. Like we have to get her on here because her story is absolutely incredible, And I'm not sure if Lars has posted anything recently, but if he hasn't, guys, go still go check out his podcast there and listen to his past guests.
Yeah, Lars Cast, he I was late on board to this podcast. I was kind of the last piece of the puzzle of the original puzzle, but I mean, I would say he had a podcast out already. Dare I say he might have been a reason we had an idea to do this in the first place. But I mean, I'm just saying, I don't know that. I was just trying to give him some credit if so, but yeah, man, he good guy. Been driving. I think he's a 25-year plus driver.
Oh yeah. Yes.
Son's been his helper a few times, and yeah, man, fucking laid back, nice guy, man. And I remember I got on a boxing kick on his episode because of Bianca, and I was like, dude, and I hate to fucking and I even did this on his episode. I'm about to do it again. These fucking boxing shits. Like I found out that one of the Paul brothers is going to box Anderson Silva, and Anderson Silva can actually fucking strike. And I saw that this guy's like Anderson Silva's an underdog. Now Anderson Silva is 46 years old. I know he's over the hill, but like I just like this shit is driving me fucking nuts. Like I'm not hating on these guys because they're making money and they're balling. They're doing their thing, and it's entertainment. I have no but dude, like I hate that. Like one of them motherfuckers is talking about fighting Canelo, dude. Fucking Saul Alvarez would eat their lunch. Jesus, but sorry that in true nomad fashion and my Luke fashion, I just ramble, and I rambled in Lars's episode about boxing and recapping.
Yeah. No doubt. So next, I know we can get so off the rails sometimes, but that's okay. So next episode we have is episode 29, and episode 29 is with Brandon Wells.
Dude, and I can say for Brandon Wells, for a man that lives in California and I live here, I literally feel
real quick, shout out to California. So many
Yes.
of our listeners are out in California, and we can't guys enough.
California is
another reason why we have to
is
get
our
out there.
friend.
Fucking California, you guys are killing it right now. By the way, Luke, fuck, you drinking out of the plastic bag really caught Tad's attention here on the chat, and he's like, "Is Luke drinking a beer out of a plastic bag right now?"
Yeah, you know, in case the 50 stops me, man, I gotta, you know, hold on, I got another one for you. Check this out, Ted. This is not switch. This is this knife. I play with this thing, and shout out to Nate, the sound guy. He said, man, like he heard me clicking this thing, and I was just messing around with it. I just sit there and just fucking fumble it like this.
Like flips it around, but yeah, Brandon Wells.
No, I was saying, you know, us being on opposite coasts, I feel like him and I are like almost the same dude. He said with albums that he, you know, wouldn't like what 2 albums. I forget what the verbatim what the question was, but I think we literally said the same answer where we either said we had Evil Empire from Rage Against the Machine and Vulgar Display of Power from Pantera. Yep. And he was a good talker, deep voice. Like I literally felt like he could be my fucking relative. Mm-hmm. And he good dude, man, good family guy. Fucking we listen to the same music, likes to jam out. He likes to partake. He's a partier, so I know him and I would get along, and you as well. We'd get along great. Brandon Wells would definitely have a beer or a bunch more beers with us and some shots. Whatever else I could talk him into doing. But nah, man, Brandon is a good guy, man, and he was another one that worked out because it was like I remember he messaged me, and it was one of them things where like we had a gap in, and it was kind of like, hey man, how about this? It was fast. It was fast, and I've spoke to him a lot, and yeah, Brandon's a good guy, man.
That's right.
Supporter, listener. I'm not sure if he listened from the beginning, but I know he was a long-time listener before his episodes. So yeah, shout out to you, Brandon. You're a good dude. Absolutely. Keep on keeping on, brother.
Absolutely. Guys, we're getting through. We got 12 more here. 12 more, okay? Episode 30 was Albert Estrella. Albert, let me tell you guys something. We met Albert when we did our Christmas live that ran fucking 5 hours in the fucking marathon. So we met Albert on that night of the Christmas through the chat, and he said he wanted to come on the podcast one time if we'd let him, in which we did, obviously.
Obviously, yeah. Good dude.
Also, another story about meeting his wife was also through actually online dating and one of those apps on your phone. Not sure which one, but he ended up meeting his wife that way, and here they are still, you know, living the life. And it was awesome to get to meet him through that chat. Like, I'm so glad he messaged us in the chat and said, you know, I would love to fucking come on your guys' podcast if you know.
Oh, fuck yeah, dude.
Because that's just like, you really, obviously you see that, like, oh yeah, cool, yeah, fucking come on. And then when you actually get to meet him, you're like, dude, this is fucking awesome. Like, that's one of the greatest things about doing this podcast, dude, is everybody, the list we've already gone by already, and everybody that we've already talked about.
Yeah.
Everybody we've met and everything like that, dude, it's so awesome to get to have that fucking connection. So awesome.
And it does more than just put a face to somebody, you know. It gives a background to a story. And I mean, he was such a, you know, a good fucking dude. Got personal with stuff, and you know, got into a lot of shit. And it was a deep episode. It was a good one, man. And I'm glad that was another one, you know, just somebody wanted to come on the live, and we were like, yeah, fuck yeah, man, get him. You know, not to trail off with it, but like you said, dude, it's like the list that we've already had. And, you know, it just makes me just that much more excited for the future.
Absolutely, man. Next one up, the one, the only Joe Rogan on episode 31.
You crazy, Joe Rogan?
Episode 31 with Joe Rogan. No, not that Joe Rogan. Joe
Rolling.
Rogan.
I always got it rolling. He's the rolling Joe Rogan. And I think the real Joe Rogan would appreciate the nickname Rolling Joe Rogan because I know
It's pretty good.
Did I say the real Joe Rogan? I apologize. We got the real Joe Rogan. You know what I meant. You know what I meant. You know what I meant. Rolling Joe Rogan. The fucking the fucking one that people know, well known Joe Rogan, the famous guy.
Yeah.
Not to say that you're not famous in your own way because you're a talented fucking dude. And many thanks. But yes,
Absolutely.
Joe
And
Rogan.
one of the things that really stuck out from his episode, okay, was obviously when he told a story about everything that happened with his wife Amy, and
Yes.
he actually quit his job with the company to take care of her and be her caretaker, which is just one bold move because you go to this job, at least me anyways. I'm here working for the company because I know one, I'm going to be financially stable when I retire with the pension, with, the retirement, and two, when I'm making as a driver, I'm able to support my family. And he literally just put that all behind him. And you know what I mean? That takes a lot to do that.
One thing I've said this to Joe many times, and I'd fucking say it with the utmost. This is like coming from, because there are a lot of people, and I say I commend him for what he did, because I know like what you just said, but it was to also he quit to pursue a true path and what made him happy, because he didn't want to be, there's a lot. I mean, dude, you got to say the fucking doing what he did, balls the size of shot puts. I mean, because I'm serious, because there's a lot of people, and it, you see him in your center. I've seen him in my center. We've had fucking haters on this podcast pretty much from the very beginning, and it was people bitching about us not bitching about the job. So there's plenty. I mean, god damn, the list would go on about people that would fucking gripe about how bad they hate it, but they would never give it up because they're either quote unquote addicted to I've heard people say addicted to the money or addicted to fucking whatever. And just like it just shows that people, you can be capable, you can leave that behind, because that's one thing that they hold. And I think Joe would agree with that too. That's one thing that they hold over our heads, is that they're like, well, what are you going to do if you leave us? You're not going to leave us. You know what I mean? Like, they make it to where it's like, oh yeah, you're not going to fucking go. We'll be fine. But are you going to, like, so, I mean, I've said it, like I said, I don't want to fucking keep repeating myself with it, but to commend him, man, I fucking, it's inspiring. Right. and it helped with other, he's had other drivers following his footsteps.
Yeah. And just pursue what he wanted to do too.
Yeah. And not keep with time and everything. Like, if you have an idea what you want to do and things to make, like, that's one thing I always said, like, I always wanted to be a professional poker player. Mm-hmm. And a time period when I really could have maybe done that, I wasn't mature enough to, if I would have actually won money living in Las Vegas, because at that point it was, that was where you went. Right. But still, man, like, it's, like, people are happy. If you're happy, I feel like this job, we definitely have shit days. I've had a few shit weeks with it, but it's like, if people that are truly, if it affects you that bad to where, with yourself and other people, then fucking, if you don't leave, you're just going to be miserable for the next fucking 20 some years anyway. Right. And Joe wanted to get out of there, and he fucking got out of there. So cheers.
Cheers to that one. Fucking rights. And next, episode 32. If you guys remember from the question that we posted, that's going to help win somebody a t-shirt. It came from this episode, actually, episode 32.
Fear
Episode
the fucking
32.
beard.
Is with John Hilligus, the fucking
Viking.
Viking himself. Dude, absolute fucking legend. Like this,
I mean,
beard
his
guy.
his beard alone could kick people's asses. I'm truly convinced that if you crow hopped at John Hilligus, you might break your fucking hand. You might break your hand trying to punch him in the fucking chin.
It's like fucking Chuck Norris is his fucking beard.
Dude, yeah, that was so can I tell the story, or are we doing the like is that now, since it was that episode, are we doing that now?
No,
with the question?
No, we'll wait till we're done. We're almost done.
Okay. But yeah, I mean, also another fucking rocker. He
loves his concerts.
Dude, he was a fucking rocker through and through.
Mhm.
And I've talked to him. He was also him and Brad Mosier both showed me the like competition of driving racing fucking package cars in Florida, and I'm telling you, I'm gonna fucking take a vacation week and go down there and fuck shit up. I'm ready.
I'm good. I'm ready. Oh yeah, fucking awesome, dude.
Yeah, great guy, man. Great fucking guy.
Also, congratulations to your Tampa Bay Lightning. Tampa Bay Lightning winning their second straight cup in a row this season, John. I know he's a huge Tampa Bay Lightning fan, so
Florida's just winning, man.
fucking Florida. I know, dude.
Florida is winning.
Everything. The Tampa Bay Rays, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, now the Tampa Bay Lightning.
Yep.
Woo! Fucking trifecta.
Winning, dude.
Damn it,
They're winning.
They're getting it, man. Next up, we got, oh man, fucking awesome. Another one from the UK. Episode 33 was Alex Lane.
Oh,
guys,
dude.
listen, if you're not following Alex yet on Instagram, you need to be, because this dude is awesome. We had a lot of great laughs with him. He is such a cool person, down to earth, awesome individual. And like I said, if you're not following him yet, you need to. And his Instagram handle is @it's Alex Lane, LANE.
Such an exciting dude, and his personality
too again. Yeah. Just talking about concerts again and shit like that. Like, he's a musician. He works for the company. His style of music may not be for everyone, but his style of music for what he does, he's great at it.
Dude, and he also played Country Roads. He had a video of him playing Country Roads. And I mean, when I heard that, I shit my pants. I was like, dude, this is so fucking awesome. I was like, this is across the fucking country right now. Not the crunch, it's across the world. You know, this is across the Atlantic Ocean, and we're here in fucking Country Roads.
Yeah.
Also, we got to give Alex credit for, we haven't done it a lot lately because we haven't had that many guest episodes in a row. But when we have if we have guest episodes that are in the bank, getting the big picture was basically because of Alex.
Yeah, it's true.
Because he had a question for us. He said, what's going on in America? It was after the election.
It was incredible.
The election was done, and he said, you know, it's like the UK, he heard all the crazy fucking madness that was going on with the election.
Right.
You know,
can you imagine being in his shoes or being in their shoes over there and just like, you know, what's on TV on the news? You're waiting to hear what's going on.
Like, what's like just like,
sitting there. What is America like, fucking up now?
Like, what the fuck are these motherfuckers doing? Like, just fucking chaos. These motherfuckers over there, I don't say, when I say these motherfuckers in a complimentary way. The people in the UK have had Queen Elizabeth for generation after. I mean, dude, like their grandparents, everybody's like, dude, they're probably like, I couldn't imagine just sitting there seeing this shit show that election was.
We probably have our own channel over there called What's Going On in America. It's probably called America, actually. It's
but
probably
that was
35 America.
So
and that's what people turn on to see what's going on in America.
that's what. So he had asked that question, and when that had happened, that was right when Joe Biden had tripped up the steps going to Air Force One three times in a row. But so we had it pre-recorded. So like when we released the episode, it was like 2 weeks after the fact. So we were like, we ought to start when we have these things, in the bank, to start doing like a segment if stuff's going on recent, getting the big picture. So.
Right.
Yeah, Joe Biden tripping up steps and Alex asking what's going on, dude, was the perfect storm for that, for the birth of that.
So good. So good. Freaking awesome guy, dude.
Yep.
Just his energy too, dude. He's just, you could tell he just loves life and loves he loved being on with us, and it was
Loves
awesome,
it.
dude.
Loves
Glad
his
I got
country, man.
Oh,
Loves
yeah.
his country. Loves his George Strait.
And loves his country and his country music. Fuck.
Yes.
Next one up was episode 34. This one was Tara Sanders, and she actually came on because she's actually was Earl Legister's partner, if you will, and she asked if she could come on and tell us her talk about her story. Another one that is not related with any type of people that work with the company. So it was another outsider, if you will. And and so that was awesome to have her on because, like we said with everybody too, kind soul, good aura, what she's doing with the community, everything she's doing. You could tell she just wants to make a difference. In the community, in people's lives. And that was awesome to have her on to tell us her stories.
Oh, fuck yeah, dude. She had, and that one got deep. That was a deep episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tara was good people, man. She with yoga and all that stuff, I felt like I was fish out of water talking about it, but to hear it get simplified down for me even. But yeah, man, Tara was good people.
Oh yeah, no doubt. Next one up was episode 35. The first time we all got to hear this beast of a feeder driver. Yeah, I'm talking about Corey Wagner at Coag on Instagram, guys. Corey, absolute beast. With between everything with her competitions and all that, with her just, she's always constantly posting about pictures at the gym, or she's out hiking with her dog, or she's pulling fucking triple sets. Like, dude, she fucking does it all, and that was awesome to have her on.
Yeah, to pull fucking triples. Triples. I'm sitting there thinking like driving 1200s or something. Fuck. Yeah, dude. Like, I mean, and totally going against the stigma of feeder drivers all being overweight.
Oh yeah.
And like,
let's go.
Like she worked, I know it's not bodybuilding, it's body, I forget what the fucking term she used for what she does in like competition, but it was something along the line, but either way, it doesn't matter. She is dedicated to what she does.
Mm-hmm.
And she's not the only one. You got Kenny Phillips, he's not a guest. He hadn't been a past guest, but he's in the cardboard community, and I've talked to him, and we hope to have him on one day soon. You got Misty, who we were talking about. We got the UPS Hulk, who we were hope to have him on one day. There's a lot of people that have the grit and determination to do it, and Corey working that. See, the thing I give,
it was like figure building.
Yes, that sounds right. But she does that shit working night shift too. So that's another thing that I'd fucking give her so much credit for, because that's not working normal hours, dude. When you work night shift, a lot of times when you work fucking night shift, man, especially you get in bad habits, you get home, you eat, and you go to bed.
Right.
So that's not fucking good for you. So she yeah, man, she definitely was an awesome guest, awesome person, rocking it in Montana, pulling those triple fucking trailers. Insane. I know.
Next, and dude, and she just went through the thing recently too with the whole HR thing, which we mentioned on the previous episode.
That'll
But
actually,
I think she's kind of out of it now.
yeah, that'll be we talked about on episode 49. Which yes, that she's she got out of that.
Update. Yeah, there's
She's
nothing
good.
really going on anymore.
Yeah.
She's great. So, episode 36. Moving on. Episode 36 was Greg Tyler, our first mechanic that we've had on
Blue Angel.
for the company.
The Blue
And
Angel.
yeah, dude, he's such an awesome dude too. Such a down to earth guy. I mean, that was the first time I ever heard the term Blue Angels, because they're always wearing that blue colored,
Yep.
mechanic uniform.
And like, well, it just to say, because, and we said it on his episode, that most people think that because you work for a century, multi-billion fucking corporation, that you just have, what I say, million?
No, you said billion. Aren't we a million?
No, fuck.
Yeah,
We're
I don't think we're
multi-billion. Bullshit. We're 178 billion.
I know we talked about this
168.
recently.
We are not $100 and some $1 million company. We are $100 and some $1 billion company, dude.
Let me tell you, we are worth. I can't fucking find it.
Well, when he looks it up, I'm going to tell you right now, they don't get the resources that you think they get.
22.91.
What is it?
22.91 billion.
22.91. So we're 22 billion.
Yes.
Oh, I thought we were like 100 and some billion. Shit.
Oh wait, I don't know. Maybe I don't know what the fuck I'm looking at.
Either
Terrible
way,
podcasting. Anyways,
either way, it's a lot of fucking money.
it's a lot
of money.
Not as
And
much as Amazon.
not as much as Amazon.
Jeff Bezos.
Yeah, Jeff Bezos.
Yeah.
Jeff Bezos could fire that fucking giant cock rocket and buy it. He could just blow us all out of our jobs if he wanted to, because he's got more money than the company does as a
Oh
corporation.
yeah, there it is. There it is. As of July 22nd, 2021, it is 185.62 billion.
See, there you go.
I got it.
But so you think working for a $185.62 billion company, you'd have resources that mechanics got to do a lot of spit and glue shit. It's a thankless job, but they are really the ones that keep the wheels on the bus going around.
Yep.
They get shit on a lot, but you got all the respect here, guys, because I know it's a fucking hard job.
Oh yeah.
Greg Tyler, thank you for being our first mechanic.
Absolutely, man. Thank you, Greg. Next is episode 37 with the one and only Amy Rogan.
I mean, again, to say, as I said earlier, the thank yous could fill up a fucking 2 hours in itself. And she was to come on as a guest. We were talking about transitioning. We hadn't transitioned yet, but we were talking about like starting to go a different route, because we also knew like it was easier to schedule. COVID was starting to not be as, so we were like, I remember it was spur of the moment. We asked Amy, we were just like, hey, can you come on tonight? And she wasn't feeling well.
Yep.
I know that. I know she wasn't feeling good. And like a true fucking warrior she is, she hopped on there and we recorded the episode. And I mean, I don't know where to even, to say persistent and resilient, just amazing person. I don't know, we here recently, I had I won't get into it, but I had a little Facebook post that struck some nerves. Amy was she was on the front lines on my we were on the same side of that topic, But no, about it, as far as her episode goes, just hearing how she met Joe and how they got together, and I always being it was I remember it was it was a random like passing through classes or something with schedule. It was that was a random fucking encounter they had.
Oh yeah.
To get together. But no, I mean, to just like there's just so much to even say, and episode and beyond that. But just it's just so glad they've been on board with us. They've been on the team, and can't thank him enough. And she, like I said, that was when we hadn't transitioned yet. We were about, because we got one more, right? We got Jerica, which is next. And then so that was in after it, because we were talking about it and shit hadn't gotten. So yeah, it was, I mean, I don't remember exactly, but yeah, she wasn't feeling great, but she was up for fucking helping us that night. So yeah, that's one thank you of many for both of you guys that we owe you.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And I mean, even shout out to ADG on Instagram, the awesome delivery guy. Even he just said in the chat here, Amy, to hear the other side of our job through you was an eye opener. And he said, I must say I had to worship my wife way more. So for putting up with the other side of the coin. And thank you. So
there you go.
Awesome.
And they got an awesome delivery guy, and the Rolling Rogans met.
They met too.
Yeah, they met. Yeah,
all these people fucking coming together.
Yeah, they met.
Podcast. So awesome. I just said awesome again. Amy messaged me and said, we're going to make a drinking game for every time Dave says awesome. You got to drink. So I'm just fucking.
People are going to get fucked up. We're going to get fucked up playing that drinking game.
Next one. We're almost there, guys. We got 3 more left here of the past guests that we've had on. This one here is episode 38 with Jerica Bachetto. Jerica, also to me known as the plant lady, if you will. She loves her plants.
Jerica Green Thumb. I think that's her. That's now her IG name.
Yep.
Dude, to make it to fucking, I saw a meme. I don't know. It was like in the Explore page. And hold on one sec. Sorry. Keep fucking, got to stop myself from burping. But no. It was in the Explore page. And it was a fucking picture from Titanic. And it was of that last, well, not the very last scene, but the scene when Rose is in the water on the, on the door or whatever the fuck she's on. Yeah. And Jack's, holding on. Yeah. So it said, and then in the meme though, it's a bunch of Rose on the door's got a bunch of plants, and it said, "I'm sorry, Jack, there's just no room." I tagged her in it. I was like, I thought of you instantly. I fucking laughed at that. So, yeah, but she obviously loves her plants, and I put those Insta stories out of the Whippet knee slapper we had, telling Dave, taking Dave to Whippet school. But no, I mean, she worked at that porn shop in Wyoming, which was like 50 miles in each direction. I can't imagine the fucking people she had to. She
that had the creatures coming in there, huh?
Oh, dude, I couldn't fucking imagine. I mean, I can to an extent, because I know of areas. See, she probably knows areas that are more middle of nowhere than me, because I think Wyoming's even less populated than West by God, Virginia. So she might have me beat on knowing that, but I'll just say I have an idea of that. Then yeah, man, I couldn't even fucking imagine the fucking characters that came rolling in there. No, she was and also her center is I think
female
dominated. Yeah, was more female drivers than male.
Yeah, and I mean another good thing, thank you, Roland Rogan just reminded me, another good thing that came out of that episode was
go ahead,
WWJD.
What would Jesus order?
WWJO. Sorry, what would Jesus order? Yes. And that was fun to kind of we technically did a deep dive into that.
Oh yeah.
And that was awesome. That was a good memory for sure. For sure. So next one, we're gonna skip ahead a little bit to episode 41. On episode 41, we had Dusty and Chelsea, the husband and wife duo, the first husband and wife duo that we had on together at the same time.
How in the fuck did I forget those two were amazing. Jesus, I was sitting there thinking, because for some reason I thought 38. I think I was thinking number of guests and not number of episodes. I think that's why, because I saw Jerica. I knew she was episode 38. Maybe that's fucked, dude.
Right.
Dude, that's another one. First off, awesome couple. Fucking hilarious.
Awesome couple.
great personalities, great sense of humors.
Yep.
And great insight on what it is to do to, especially because you had Chelsea telling you from the wife's side.
Oh yeah.
And Dusty being the driver. And, it was awesome to hear it from a spouse point of view and the driver point of view. First time we had it, and we couldn't have had it with a more fun fucking couple, I don't think, because I mean, Dusty, what the fuck could he shit it. He shit his pants and went and kept the shit in his pants so he could sit in the supervisor's truck to keep the shit smell in it. It literally looked like somebody took a ice cream scooper and scooped out a chunk of his fucking calf when that fucking, I think it was a pit that fucking bit his leg. When he had that dog bite. I mean, dude, did you see that picture? Have you ever seen?
Oh yeah.
So, and after he had the ice cream fucking scooper chunk of flesh out of his leg, he got asked by his supervisor how many stops he had left, and then got called a fucking idiot by the doctor later at the hospital for saying he's got to be back at work tomorrow.
I know, dude.
And then Chelsea, I'm assuming it's the same supervisor that Chelsea fucking squared off with in the fucking in the center. And I mean, yeah, dude. And they just, what a cool couple. They're in Ohio. They're not far from me. So man, Ashley and I need to fucking make a road trip.
That'd be sick, dude. Yeah. So if you haven't yet, guys, go follow Chelsea on Instagram.
Mindfully
Dusty posts some stuff.
Old bald bearded bastard.
That may offend some people, but if you're easily offended, don't go follow him.
Dusty has a shirt. He has a shirt that it's offended flakes, and it looks like frosted flakes, but it's crying children in diapers in a bowl of cereal. I mean, it's fucking. The dude is he's a personality all of his own. He's fucking awesome.
Yeah. Last but not least, the last guest we've had on was episode 42, and that was with my dad, actually. Episode 42 was with my dad, Vic. And boy, did we have some laughs with that one. I know, Luke, you enjoyed this one.
I did, man. It was, we've had drivers that are experienced,
Mm-hmm.
John Hilligus, Misty, Lars, we had plenty of drivers that have been around the block, but to hear a retiree, and your dad's been out. I mean, he's been out of the game a little bit now, so he's been retired for some years.
Yep.
And, just to get, especially, I feel like it's different to hear somebody that's like literally it's been retired for 6 months,
right,
to somebody that's been retired for multiple years. And, you get a little bit like, I feel like it just, I enjoyed it a lot. And, I because I've always said, because I didn't really shut up as much as I thought I did. Once I re-listened to it, I definitely talked some, because I used to think I just kept my mouth fucking shut because I wasn't going to be saying the fuckery stuff as much with Dave's dad. But Dave's dad ended up dropping a fucking beautiful one-liner on us that neither one of us were. I sure as fuck wasn't expecting. I don't think Dave was either. But I'll go ahead. He's your old man. You go ahead, tell that story.
No, so he told a story about how he went out to dinner one time with the center manager and the district manager, I think it was, or maybe just center manager. I can't remember. So the center manager went up to go to the restroom, and my dad asked his wife, who was there with them, because it was the wives of the husbands, because they wanted to wine and dine him and have him move up in the company, move him to supervisor and all that good stuff instead of being a driver. And so my dad, when the guy got up away to go to the bathroom, my dad asked his wife, he was like, hey, you know, what do you think? What should I do? You know? And she told him, she said, Vic, don't do it. Because all you would, she said, because all you do is eat, sleep, shit, piss, and come brown. That's all you do all day, every day. Which, you know, was just fucking hilarious to hear from a center manager's wife. Which means she's not happy with where he is, where her husband is in the job. And knowing that, you know, he's constantly getting moved around probably from center to center to center and shit. And hey.
And you know, that the fact that narrative, I'd say, still remains the same today, because we're currently going through some changes personally in my center. And, you know, there's definitely people getting switched around, going other places. And
right.
I mean, I don't, you know, that's whatever. You know what you sign up for when you get on that end. But yeah, Vic Warhowski was our first Circle of Honor driver, first retiree. And yeah, that was, I mean, we had, I don't know how long we sat on that episode. We sat on it for a few months. I know that. Yeah. And that's what made it so much fun to listen to again, because I'd kind of forgotten a lot of, you know, it's still like the dude never told, yeah. He never put chains on. Still fucking blows my fucking mind how that, like, you know, and I know he's not lying to me, but it's like, I know where he lives, or well, where he delivered it. He doesn't live there anymore. I know weather, and that's just like, man, it's wild to just, but yeah, it's good career. And obviously Dave's following in the footsteps, and yeah, man, I mean, to put the last guest we've had on so far, which we're planning on, we're going to put, I've got some stuff lined up. I've got a few people lined up, so we're going to have some guests lined up here soon for some upcoming episodes. I've got a few coming, but yeah, for the last one that we had on before the 50th, man, couldn't have had a better one, dude.
Right. So that was it. That's all of our past guests, and this is something that we cannot thank everybody enough for. Everybody that's came on, everybody we mentioned, everybody that's came on the podcast, thank you guys so much, because you guys helped bring this to where it is today for us and this podcast and where it is. So, dude, thank you so much. And like I said earlier, meeting everybody on here is just so incredible. So incredible.
And you know, to give a thank, like I said, to all the past guests, you know, we said to Nate, to Joe, to Amy, and, you know, to Brad Mosier and to Bobby as well for, you know, their part in bringing this, you know, putting their part into where we're at today. And also make sure to give them a shout out to Brad Sherbert. Sherbs has been a part of the team for a while, and he's still part of the family. And I want to make sure to I want to make sure to mention Brad Sherbert as well.
He was actually just in the chat here. He said he's working.
Oh, I'm sure
he gives his love from work.
Good deal, man. Good deal. Good fucking guy. That's another dude just cheated. He cheated fucking death in a way that I can't even fucking. Dude. Can I tell that real quick? Just a summary of it, just to put it on there, because we haven't mentioned Sherb yet.
We haven't mentioned what I thought we mentioned what happened to him.
We not on this episode, not on this. No. So he ice fishing accident. Ice fucking broke. He went underneath. For anybody that's been on frozen water, like when I was a kid, you know, ice fishing and shit, being on Spruce Knob Lake, I'm big ass lake in here, the highest point in West Virginia. I remember being on that, seeing that fucking lake frozen. Shit you don't really think about is like when you're under that water, it is black, dark abyss because the surface is covered. So when he went under, he saw nothing but just a little fucking light from the hole it went through. And he fucking fought like hell to get up there through it. And he got to it and got on the fucking, I mean, he got airlifted out of there, was in a coma for 2 weeks. I mean, he almost didn't make it. And he fucking persevered and survived.
Stage 3 hyperthermia. So I think he said stage 4 is when you start losing limbs and extremities, and then stage 5 is death.
Yeah.
He was in stage 3 where he almost started losing his extremities.
Yeah.
Shit. So shout out to you, Sherbs, for fucking fighting through, buddy, and we're glad you're okay. Because there was a time when he was a part of this, and we didn't hear from him for a while.
Yeah, we didn't know what the fuck happened.
Brad, you know, and
well, that's obviously what happened.
Brad had an accident, so
the humor, if there's not really a humorous part to that story per se, but the part that is funny, you know what I'm going to say here.
Yeah. Dude, so like, hold on. So like, what happened was like, we were trying to contact them through Instagram, through all this stuff, through the Discord chat, and texting them, and no response. And then one day I was like, you know what, guys, I'm just gonna call him. I'm just gonna fucking call him. And I called him. And go ahead, Luke. I know you enjoy telling it.
He said he had, because he lost his phone. Obviously, his other phone was gone.
Yeah, his phone got damaged.
And so he'd gotten another one. Obviously, didn't have any contacts. And he was like, "It's a call from America. It's got to be Dave." So I've always laughed at that so hard. It's like, it was in America. No, it's a call from America.
America's calling.
I fucking love that. Oh shit.
So, all right, here comes the fun part, guys. First, we're gonna do the question of the week. Second, we're gonna give away a T-shirt, and then we're gonna wrap it up. All right. But first, hold on. But first, I got another one for you, Luke. Another name, another actress here.
All right.
This one here is from ADG. Jenna Jameson.
Oh shit.
Oh shit! You stumped.
1973.
Is that your final answer?
Yes.
Luke. She was born April 9th, 1974.
Oh,
you were close, buddy. You were close.
Touche, ADG.
They're right. It's getting late. I'll let that one slip.
That's that awesome delivery guy. She wasn't. Well, she's an actor. She's an actress. God bless her. She's still an actress. That's I'm not. That's a legal play. That's a legal play. You got me. You got me off a year.
So this one I wanted to have a little fun with the question of the week. That's like, tell us a special talent you have. And this kind of went off the rails. I didn't expect it to go a certain way where people went with it. But I mean, I took it more serious, but other people were like, yeah, fuck, I'm going to fuck with this one. But so this is what we got. First off, this one is from, shout out, Mr. John Hilligus. He says, I can grow a beard and I know things. Thinking emoji.
Yes, he does. He most certainly does. He does know things, and that mother, God, he can grow a fucking beard.
He does.
No lies were told.
Nope. This one's here is from Colby Holloway. Says, I can pre-record like 60 stops before leaving the building. Well, I don't know if you're supposed to do that.
Yeah, I was wondering about that. Like, what the fuck are you? Like,
what?
That doesn't show up on the report.
I know I need more clarification, but buddy, if you're doing that, listen. Did you listen to the past episode? Do it by the book, bud. Do it by the book, or your ass about to be gone.
Maybe that is their book.
Or maybe that is their book.
Maybe.
Next one here is from Mr. Mosier himself. UBM 239 says, I have the uncanny ability to be absolutely wrong about everything whenever I talk to my wife, no matter what the topic is. Now listen, I know Brad was streaming this in his living room, and if Brad's still here listening to this in his living room and his wife's listening, sorry, Brad.
Brad. God damn.
Next one here is from ADG, awesome delivery guy. Says, my wife says, being an asshole. At least she still puts up with me. LOL. Hey, that's all right. She
It's
loves
easy.
that asshole.
It's easy in our business. It's just easy.
Tits and bit. Next one is from God damn it. Next one is from the Mrs. Nomad. Says, ask Nomad the delivery guy.
I mean,
Fuck.
I've already put one display on with birth dates, but we've had that. You know, I can total cars
What's
with
your
my
wife's
body.
Tits and bit.
Ashley, honestly, you know, as far as she is a musician with hair and shit, she's very good at what she does.
Good.
But yeah, I could say I'm a man of many talents, but none of them are really useful. No, actually, that's not true. I have some useful talents, but that's for another time.
Yeah, absolutely. That'll be episode 51.
Yeah, there we go.
Next one is from Old Bald Bearded Bastard, who we were just talking about, Dusty, who is also in the chat with us here.
Nice.
He says, this one fucking made me crack up out loud. He said, making the wife's legs quiver and distracting her with my devilish good looks, causing her to pot her plants in the form of a penis and balls.
Fuck.
I fucking love that guy, man.
That's a good talent. That's a good talent, bud.
He's also, I mean, to even call it a talent, I don't know if it's technically a talent, but dude, he's got one of the most epic shirt collections
Oh, yeah.
you could fucking find, man.
He actually
Damn,
said in
he's
the
got some
chat
good
he
ones.
wore his Offended Flake shirt today.
I'm so glad he did.
Yeah.
God, I fucking love that.
Fucking A. This one here is from Miller Gang _5 says, not giving any fucks.
That's a good talent to have.
That's a good talent to have.
It's gonna make you live a lot longer,
Mm-hmm.
unless you do it to the wrong person. But
Mm-hmm. We're trying to get this guy on the podcast. This one's from Ernie Martinez.
oh yeah,
Craft Beer Snob says, I never piss in bottles nor shit in the woods.
see, Ernie, I'm telling you, man, that's the pissing bottles thing. The shitting in woods. I feel like a lot of people don't shit outside. I feel like I've taken claim to. People probably have. I'm sure a lot of people have, but Ernie, dude, that is going to be. I'm surprised Amazon. I'm surprised fucking Jeff Bezos didn't try to reach out to him and be like, you never pissed in a bottle. Well, we need to bring you on a press conference. We need you to come tell some of these motherfuckers. there's a lot of people complaining about this, but I mean, the man says he hasn't, and I have to say I believe him, because I'm not going to call. I'm not. I want to hear. I want to hear. It might be as basic as him just saying like, I just wait to go to the bathroom.
Right.
But I just, dude, it's like he's the only person that's saying that. I'm pretty sure we've never had anybody else make that claim.
Mm-mm.
So yeah,
Mm-mm.
Ernie's gonna get on here one of these
He's
days.
super proud of it.
Oh well, it's a fucking dude. That's rare as fuck.
Yeah.
Piss and shit are what holds this industry together, kind of. Because maybe not hold it together, but it's something everybody's got in common. It's pissing and shitting in places they don't want to.
That's right. That's right. This next one is from Matthew Crowder 30. Says, nobody on earth can butcher a joke and in turn piss people off like me.
I know a few people that have a great ability of pissing people off,
but I mean, that is a talent. It is a talent, especially it's a talent when it doesn't take any effort.
Right. Exactly.
That's a
Like,
talent.
you could do it flawlessly.
Yeah.
It's
It
just like,
just let it flow and happen organically. Shit.
yep. Last but not least, this one here is from MF Myth. Says, I have the ability to piss off my boss and at the same time be completely correct on how and why I'm pissing him off. Don't poke the bear. I bite.
Ooh.
Ooh. Wow.
I don't know what to say to that. That was a
I don't know what to say.
that was
I'm saying this took a wrong turn. Like I was expecting like fun things, and I got these answers.
he said rare. I'm putting the knife out. I'm putting the knife out.
All right. So listen, I got the list. I got the list of people who answered correctly right here in front of me. And these are the people. I'm going to read them all for quick. Emily Elsie, Donald Carver, and Rogers 93, Nanny 108, Daniel the Warrior 503, Cam Sawa, Ellison Jenny, Jay Hill 352, Scott Patton, I believe is it, but with a bunch of sevens. Will Flow 81, Tyson T. Sobe, I am Lars, and Rick Balkhags. They all answered correctly on the question that we had posted on our story. So let's see who is going to get a fucking t-shirt tonight. All right. All right. Look, if you want, can I share my screen here so people live can watch it? Here we go.
Yeah. Share it.
So here's the wheel of names, guys. All right. I'm going to click to spin it. And then we'll see who fucking lands on. And Luke, I'll let you announce it. Okay, bud?
All right.
Here we go.
Dude, this is fucking rad.
Going around and around and around.
I feel like I'm Pat Sajak.
Oh!
Oh, Jay Hill, and it was his episode too.
Let's
God.
go.
Hot that damn. That's
How about
fucking wild.
that, buddy? We have a winner. Fucking John Hilligus. Fucking A. Give it up for John Hilligus, shall we?
Nice.
Fucking awesome, dude. Listen, John, we'll be in contact in a little bit after this, and I'll get your shirt size and address, and we'll send this fucking t-shirt out to you, buddy. So let me stop sharing my screen now so you guys can stop see what I'm looking at. Here we go. Here we are. Back here. Congratulations to Mr. Hilligus for the win. And he is also in the chat. Jay Hill. Boom. That's right, buddy.
Dude, that's awesome. But that was his episode. That's so
Fucking right, dude. That's
wild.
fucking crazy, right?
So wild, the odds of that.
That's so crazy. Fucking sick. So, Luke, buddy, that's going to wrap up episode 50, man.
Dude, I tell you, I'm glad because we said we were going to we originally were like, well, you want to try to get people on, but we said when we did that, we went 5 hours. So
right.
Basically this was,
We only went over a half hour so far.
Yeah. That's not bad. And this still, for the people that joined us live, thank you so much for for joining us. And this will be, released in a couple Mondays as the official 50th episode.
Right. This won't be released this Monday, guys. When you guys are here right now with us on the live, this will be released the following Monday because we got episode 49 actually being released this upcoming Monday. So episode 50 will be hitting you guys. And like Luke said, thank you to everybody that has joined us for the chat. And chat was blowing up tonight, fucking for sure. So, and thank you to everybody who's just, dude, it's crazy because we got a couple new Patreon subscribers tonight too. So thank you guys so much for that.
Fucking awesome.
We're gonna be trying to get Luke a better mic.
Dude, I'm getting a better one.
Just so you can really hear
this toner. I started. This was the mic I've had from the beginning, and that's why when Ashley was like, "You need to stop being so close to the screen," I was like, "That's because I put my mouth up to this thing because it's fucking. It's got sentimental value, but yeah, I'm gonna get another one. I need to.
Absolutely. So, yeah. So, guys, listen. Follow us on all the social media accounts. If you're new here, check us out on all the socials. All right. AITD Pod is where you can find us. All that great stuff. And whatever you guys do, like we say, continue delivering greatness out there, because we know you are. And don't forget your most important stop, guys. All right. From us here, guys, at All in the Delivery, to you guys out on YouTube watching us right now, and the listeners that are going to be listening when this gets released, thank you guys so much. We'll see you guys next week.
Thank you, everybody.
Peace out, guys.